the best iRacers in the business.
It's the way to do it. We're in the 87 cars here at Talladega. As you see the 15 car grabbing the wall.
My goodness,
Wow.
He did it. He made it through that.
Wow.
Oh, so we got contact. Oh my goodness. Oh, and he's upside down. Garrett Gusso is upside down. Mayhew's sliding.
They're not being able to stop the 7 car, losing it. He's into the grass on the tri-oval. He's going to get a penalty for that. He has no help, and this guy's got a rocket ship. Move aside, Kim Jong-un, the 46 crew can build a better rocket than you.
Your Nexus 499 champion is Garrett Gusso.
Garrett
He is the
Gusso.
winner of the 499. Garrett Gusso, you are immortal.
The Dutch master has produced something special in the wet, in the dry. Max Verstappen wins the Monaco Grand Prix.
Hey, Penske at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and Joseph Newgarden finally wins the Indianapolis 500.
The off turn number 4, the Coca-Cola 600 belongs to Ryan Blaney.
Welcome back, everybody, to another fantastic race broadcast here tonight. We're here at Gateway with the Nexus Motor City Trucks, 125 laps around here that we will be watching, we will be broadcasting, and another driver, a possibility to go out there and punch in another ticket for a dubs here tonight. First and foremost, though, I got Jay in the booth. Jay, how you doing?
Oh man, here we are back for another fantastic Nexus Motor City Trucks race here tonight at Gateway. The best iRacers in the business gonna put it all on the line here for 125 laps and see who can find victory lane here tonight. I'm expecting some fantastic racing, maybe some strategy, and a little bit of unpredictability here tonight, I think, here at Gateway, which is gonna make this race extremely interesting.
Absolutely, lots to do here, lots of fun to have as we vroom vroom around this place, as Tanja says. Tanja, how you doing? Nice to see you. Dallas in the chat as well. Let's go big bendy metal Archie thingy. 10-4 big Roger on that rubber ducky. 10, come on. Yeah. All right, look, let's go into some race info for you guys. Get you caught up on a couple of things that'll be happening here tonight as you watch these cars go around Gateway. Alright, so this is the Nexus 125 here around Gateway, a track length of 1.25 miles. Right now, a track temp of 113 degrees Fahrenheit and altitude of 414 feet. Right now, ambient temperature is 86 degrees, 53% humidity, clear skies, and a 15-mile-an-hour wind. This is open setup truck racing. 11 degrees of banking in turns 1 and 2, 9 degrees of banking in turns 3 and 4. Pace car speed is 55. Pit road speed is 45. Everybody out here tonight gets the opportunity to bring out their backup truck if anything bad happens to their primary. So be wary of that. All right, let's look at the leaderboard here right now. Noah Blackwell on top of the board with 34.09 as we watch now Rob Collier come off of turn 2, getting back onto the racetrack there. Old Dal Seawee in the back, already running on track. He's P10 at the moment. Jay, let's talk a little bit about the race, though. 125 laps around this quirky little oval that we got going on here. Kind of like a miniature Darlington without the banking. But what do we expect here tonight? What do we see these drivers doing?
I think a track position is going to be key here. Qualifying might be more important than anything here at Gateway. I think this track's going to maybe create opportunities for passing if you're bold enough to make it side by side there, a little bit flat. And we'll see how much speed these guys can carry down the back straightaway, maybe set up some runs into maybe turns 3 and 4. Big, wide, arcing corner compared to turns 1 and 2 where it's a lot shorter a radius around that corner as well. So, I mean, I think turns 3 and 4 probably be some of your best opportunities to make a pass. A lot like Motegi in an IndyCar. I think that's how it's going to work a lot here at this racetrack with these race trucks here tonight. I'm excited to see what happens. Maybe a little bit of fuel strategy. I'm predicting that tonight to come into play with the different strategies these guys have. Shortcut, short pitting, overcut pit strategies. Maybe some 2 tires late in this race to see if you can get some more track position. But qualifying, I think that is going to be the key tonight. Qualifying up front, staying ahead of anything that might go wrong or disrupt your strategy throughout the race.
Absolutely. Track position is going to be at a premium here tonight. Going down into turn 1 and turn 3 are going to be your biggest passing zones that you'll be able to get. Track position going to mean a lot. Maybe some 2-tire pit stops we may be able to see as well. It'll be interesting to see what these guys will do to stay out in front. First out on track, it is Nate DeFayette in the number 9 truck. Had some pretty decent runs here lately. At Darlington, had a phenomenal run for himself, a top 5. He's coming out here to Gateway, hopefully to continue that momentum as he roars down the back straightaway, and he goes down into turn 3.
Yeah, Nate DeFayette here in the number 9 machine here tonight, going in through 3 and 4 now, right up against the rumble strips down there on the bottom. See if he can carry this momentum here off of turn 4 and start his qualifying run here tonight at Gateway.
Across the line he goes to start his qualifying lap. He's going to dive it on down here into turn 1, all the way down to the bottom. Trying to hug that inside line. This is a more banked, tighter corner than 3 and 4. As he comes off of 2 and down the back straightaway, he's going to look to try to get into turn 3 real hard here and try to make up a little bit of time.
Yeah, dive down here into turn 3, get right back down against the rumble strips down on the inside line. Maybe a little bit off the rumble strips there, missed that mark just a little bit. See if he can carry the momentum here off of turn 4. Here it is across the line. Let's see what he does here in his first lap of qualifying.
Across the line he goes. Let's see what he can do. A P2 with a 34.609. Blackwell Stange to the top. Franklin goes P2. Nate DeFayette still going around the track here as he comes off of turn 2. Let's go ahead and go to Bill Daniels in the 23 as he crosses the line for his first run. He goes P5. And let's see. We'll go on board now with Dave Farella as he comes off of turn 4 to complete his first lap.
Here it is, Dave Farella. He's going to be crossing the line now. Let's see where he goes here in qualifying. Looks like he will go P6 right here in the qualifying time as Blackwell shoots up to P3, Ferrara up to P2, Amberg P4. We got a lot of mix-ups here at the top of the board. It looks like Stange just completed his second lap, did not go faster. Here it is with Amberg. Going to cross the line now.
P4 currently. Let's see if he can improve that 34.067. He does not with a 34.280. Dave Farella now coming back around off of turn 4 for the 15. He's going to complete his second lap. Let's see if he can improve here as he crosses the line. He does improve, but it's not enough. A 34.230 for the number 15 in that P9 position. Now let's go to Javon Thompson as he crosses the line. Let's see where he first heads to a P12 with a 34.732. McCabe goes to the top. Darren McCabe.
He's looking for another pole here in the Motor City Trucks. He got that pole at Darlington. Maybe he didn't have the race he wanted, but here he is on the pole position right now with a 33.847. Let's see if he goes faster on the second lap as he barrels down the back straightaway.
Down into turn 3, he's using a little bit of a different line here, running that second lane, but he's going to arc back down at the exit of the corner. Try to get himself a good exit there. Try to get him a little bit more speed as he crosses the line. Let's see what he does. An 8.56. Man, only a hundredths off his qualifying time. That is a dang good lap. Steven Down across the line for his second lap. Does he improve? He does not with a 34.690. Dallas Seward coming across the line as well. And he does a 115.
Yeah, maybe had a mistake there we didn't catch. We're going to see if we can get this thing back up to speed here down the back straightaway. It looks like maybe he's going to abandon this lap. Maybe not the run that he wanted here in qualifying, but here we are with Dion here in the number 3 machine, the Chevy Silverado, as he crosses the line now here in P16. Let's see if he improves. He does not improve. Did he tie his same lap time there?
No, he went a 10th quicker. Just 10th. It's a good improvement that he had there, for sure. Dallas Seward says, fastest lap ever, baby. Yurt.
You got to see one of those reverse laps. Like our buddy there, Telltabs, Tyler Curione. Reverse lap there around Nashville. I think he did it in a minute 40 or something like that. Cracked the 2-minute mark. It was pretty impressive.
That is impressive. I challenge somebody to beat that. In fact, we should have a racing series like that. Instead of putting bags on top of drivers' heads, we'll just make them go in reverse.
Yeah, go in reverse and reverse around the track at the same time. So you're, not only are you going reverse around the track, you're going reverse. In reverse.
Reverse and reverse. That
Grab
works.
the R gear and send it.
That works. Congrats to Darren McCabe. He grabs pole for tonight. We're going to go straight into warm-up. Let's see if Darren is in here. Maybe bring him up and talk to him a little bit. He sure is. Let's bring him up. Darren, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Darren, what a phenomenal lap you put down there. You put yourself on pole for tonight. How does it feel going out here at Gateway, grabbing pole where track position means so much?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I got the pole with Darlington and DNF'd. I DNF'd last week, so my only goal tonight is to just survive. I struggled in practice the entire time, no idea what I was doing, and kind of think I just got lucky in that Q run with track temps and stuff dropping down to what they were.
Well, I would take that as a masterful, deliberate move that you did there to get the track in its optimal position to grab that pole position. Congratulations, first off. how much time did you spend on your qual setup for tonight?
Probably like 20 minutes. I didn't really do too much with it. I did have a setup from Outlier. My team, we used their sets, so I tinkered around with it a little bit, but I tried to focus more of my time on the race set because this isn't one of my greater tracks, so I'm just going to be learning as I go.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations once again on the pole. A phenomenal job. I'm going to hand you off to Jay here. Jay, what do you got for Darren and his pole run?
Yes, Darren, congratulations. That's 2 poles in 3 races. I mean, that you can't fluke into that. So that's some great driving there by you and the number 66 machine tonight. Maybe without giving away too much, what kind of strategy are you looking at throughout this race?
Oof, honestly, I have no idea. My only goal at this point is to just finish this race. I don't even care where I finish. I just want to finish every lap because it's been rough in the races the past couple weeks. So,
well, it sounds like a great strategy to me. To finish first, you must first finish. So I like the strategy here tonight. Last question before we let you go here and get some laps in here and warm up. Who do you have to thank for this amazing performance here in qualifying?
I got to thank my entire team, Turn 2 Performance. I got Tom Ferrara with me tonight, but there's a lot more people behind the scenes that make this happen. Our sponsors, Reaper Apparel, Couch Racer, my company, Turn 2 Media and Design, and yeah, that's about it.
All right. Well, congratulations once again. Good luck on your race tonight, and hopefully we'll see you up here at the end.
Thank you. I'm going to need all the luck I can get tonight.
All right. We'll see you, Darren.
Thanks, guys.
All right. That was your pole winner. As we go back on track now for warm-up with Chris Stange. All right, Jay, let's get into it a little bit. Who is your driver to look out for tonight here and what to expect?
Oh, man. I think I'm going to take the low-hanging fruit on this one here, Tom. This man dang near won Darlington, ran out of fuel there on the final lap. He was the most dominant truck last week at, I believe we were at, oh man, Charlotte. He had a great run there. Just came out on the wrong end of that deal there at the end. Wasn't able to match the pace there of EJ Luna. We don't see EJ Luna in the field tonight. I think maybe this is the opportunity we see Noah Blackwell get his name in victory lane here tonight at Gateway and gets that first win of the season.
A great choice there. Absolutely. I'm gonna take or I'm gonna be looking out for Chris Stange here tonight. Chris Stange, the gambling man. 125 laps here. It's a pretty quick race. Gonna have a strategy here they're gonna have to stick to, but also be very fluid with. I think Chris Stange is that man to be able to make good on-the-fly adjustments to his vehicle throughout the race, and again, very fast as well in the 72. What to look for though in this race? You got to survive the first couple of laps on any restart, on the start of the race. It's gonna be pretty difficult for these guys to get away from each other. Turn 2, that is going to be a struggle tonight. Turn 3, I believe, as well, as that is a huge passing zone. When we get into crunch time, that's where people are going to eye to make a pass. Keep your eyes out for that turn 3. Turn 2 is going to be extremely difficult as well, coming off of turn 2 and smacking the wall.
Hey, there it is. I think that will wrap up warm-up. See the checkered flag in the hand of the flag man there. Looks like we're going to get going here, Tom. We're going to go racing.
All right. I am ecstatic. Let's pull up your grid for tonight, and we'll get this thing rolling. On pole, Darren McCabe in the number 66, with Chris Stange in the number 72, starting P2.
Starting P3, that's Thomas Ferrara in the number 43 truck, with Noah the Egg-Roll Blackwell in the number 10, starting P4.
Ethan Amberg in the 12, starting P5, with Dustin Franklin in the 74, starting P6.
Starting P7, that's Scooter B, Scott Bellum in the number 1 truck, with Dalton Powell in the 51, starting P8.
P9 goes to Rob Collier in the 02, with Dave Farella in the number 15, starting P10.
Starting P11, that's Bill Daniels in the number 23 truck with Javon Thompson in the number 93. Rounding out your top 12 starters here tonight at Gateway in the Nexus 125.
All right, we got cars lining up now. Got a couple of cars missing right now. Dallas Seward in the chat, gifting a membership. Dallas, you are an OG, the man. Roadkill. That's Caden Gargiulo. Congratulations. Welcome to the boys. It is Caden again, Dallas Seward says. We like Caden. Caden's a good guy.
Yeah, of course. We had a great time. Great time talking to him this weekend. If you were there at any of the watch parties, Caden was in there early in the morning with us at the Monaco race. Talked to him after that one. That was a fun time. I had a great time on Sunday. That was great.
Yeah. That was a great time. We saw a pretty mid race at Monaco, and then we saw the Indy 500, the crown jewel, one of the most premier races in the world. Not disappoint this year. It's a beautiful race. And then we got rained out at Charlotte. So, but I mean, it was a very
Nice
long,
lap there, Darren.
fun
Good luck, everybody.
race. And there we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, that was a fun day, Jay. If you guys hung around and watched the race with us, boy, was that fun. That was a good time. So, all right, we got cars starting off the grid now. We're going to be going green flag racing this time by. We'll get into it now. Jay, any last words before we go green flag racing?
The best iRacers in the business here tonight at Gateway. We have 20 trucks strong from the pole. We got Stage with McCabe. These boys are going to lay it all on the line here tonight. 125 laps of strategy, maybe a little bit of survival, being able to find the pace here at the end of this race to put yourself in victory lane. The Motor City trucks always put on a great show. Everybody at home, thanks for tuning in. We're in store tonight for some magic. One amazing race here with the Nexus Motor City truck boys.
All right. Here we are. We're coming down the back straightaway now, getting ready for the start of this race as they come on down into turn 3. Darren McCabe leading the field, ready to take the green flag as the rest of the field treks behind him. The pace car now, pace truck, coming off the racing surface control to Darren McCabe as he comes off of turn 4 and ready to go into the restart zone to grab the green flag here at Gateway. The green flag is out in the air. Darren McCabe, Chris Stange on the outside. They're leading this race as McCabe now goes up in front of Stange down into turn 1. He's going to get a sizable lead in front of Stange as Noah Blackwell and Ferrara, they go side by side. A little bit of door banging there off of turn 2. Down the back straightaway now as we're looking at a 3-wide situation between himself, Dustin Franklin, Ethan Amber coming down into turn 3. They've straightened it out.
Yeah, down here into turn 3, they did work that up, but you see Ferrara ripping the outside, ripping the boards, Powell behind him as well, ripping the outside, as now we see Scooter B, Rob Collier, trying to make some moves. Oh, we got some wall contact there at lead out, the 51 of Powell. He's going to continue with the momentum, send it to the inside of Ferrara, down here into turn 1.
Coming down into turn 1 now, still side by side here. Ferrara was on the outside of Collier, but he's going to lose that position and go side by side with Powell now down the back straightaway. They're still side by side as we've got a little bit more side-by-side action in the back, but coming down into turn 3. It's the 51 on the inside of the 43, and he makes the pass.
Yeah, Ferrara maybe losing a few positions here on the initial restart as we see Rob Collier to the inside of Scooter B. Side-by-side action. We're going to maybe a little drag race down the front straightaway here. Rob Collier maybe use this inside line to his advantage. Maybe we can see a move here to the outside by Scooter B. No, Rob Collier heavy on the brakes. Scooter B sideways. Here comes Powell now to the inside off of 2.
The 51 looking to the inside of the 1 truck now coming off of 2. He's not going to be able to make the pass. They get it single file here as they come down the back straightaway and down into turn 3. Everybody seems to be single file at the moment. We got a little bit of action happening back here between Nate Catilla and Steven Downton as they come through turns 3 and 4. Off of turn 4 now, it looks like the 09's going to make a little contact with the 50. He goes to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to avoid the 51. Dallas Seward now, looking to make a move to the inside of Javon Thompson.
Yeah, Dallas working the inside. Javon ripping the outside here. Maybe carry some momentum off the turn. Dallas, see we're digging. Like Aaron Jordan. Oh, Javon gets a little tight there off the corner. Maybe he's still drag racing here down the back straightaway. Dallas leaking ahead just a little bit here. And Javon's fighting back on the outside. Still door to door, wheel to wheel down here into turn 3.
Going through 3 and 4 now, still side by side. Steven Doughton in the grass back there. Does he save it? He does. He's going to lose that position to Nate Cotillo, though, as we go back to the front here, or back into the middle of the pack. Here comes Seward to the inside of Javon. He was holding him real close, coming down the front straightaway. Still side by side here as they go through turns 1 and 2. It's going to get real tight here, and Javon holds it off the wall barely. Oh, Steven Doughton's in the wall back there. He holds it straight, but now coming down into turn 3, Dallas Seward tucks back in line.
Yeah, I'm surprised how strong this outside line is. Now Dallas maybe sees that as well. He's going to take it to the outside, but here comes Bill Daniels on the inside. He might be able to clear Dallas here. Oh, it's going to get tight. Oh my goodness, near contact off of 4. Dallas still ripping the outside. Bill Daniels still trying to make this inside line work. Down here into turn 1, still side by side. As Dallas is going to rip the outside. Maybe clear Bill Daniels here off of 2.
Coming off of 2 now, it looks like he is going to clear him. He gets real loose, but he holds on to it. What a move by the 38 to keep that truck straight. We're going down into turn 3 now. Dustin Franklin to the inside and Noah Blackwell. As they come off of 4, it looks like the 74. He's going to hold strong here. He's going to take away the P3 position from Noah Blackwell. Coming down the front straightaway and down into turn 1.
Yeah, great move there by Dustin Franklin to take that P3 position from Blackwell. Blackwell trying to get back to the inside here off of turn 2. Doesn't look like he's going to make it happen. Stage looking to the outside there of the 66 on the exit of 2. Wasn't able to stay to the outside as we're all chasing Darren McCabe down here into turn number 3 as he maybe pull about a car length gap here over stage. Franklin working the outside. Blackwell real aggressive into the corner entry there into 3. He's going to try and carry the momentum off of 4.
Coming off of 4 now, the 10's all over the rear bumper of the 74. Trying to make something happen here. We've got a little bit of a battle happening right here as well. That's Scott Bellum and Dalton Powell in the 51. These guys have been duking it out a little bit here throughout the race. These guys have been swapping positions. Scott Bellum trying to get back to the rear bumper of the 51 now, coming down the back straightaway as they continue to duke it out. We got a full line of cars back here. Javon Thompson, Nate DeFayette, the 23, the 38, the 15, all these guys going out of here. Here comes Nate DeFayette to the inside of the 93.
Yeah, that was a big send moment there into turn 3 by Nate DeFayette. Can he clear the 93 of Javon? Oh, it's going to get tight there off of 4. Great racing early on here at Gateways. Now Nate DeFayette, he does clear Javon before they even get to turn 1. Javon's still working the outside. Little cat and mouse on the brakes there into turn 1. Javon going to try and carry the momentum here on the outside off of 2.
Coming off of 2 now, the 93 still to the outside of the 9. Dallas Seward getting under attack now by the 23 of Bill Daniels, and we've got a yellow flag. Dustin Franklin up front makes wall contact.
Oh no, he's running P3. Looks like he may have, I don't see any damage. Maybe he just got a little bit into the wall there. Maybe he looped it around. Maybe a quick caution there.
Well, let's go back and look at the yellow flag and see what happened to the 74. Looks like as he was turning into turn 3 is where the accident may have happened here. Let's see what happened. The 10 truck, oh, maybe got a little bit of rear bumper contact there. Oh, Noah grabbed a lot of damage there. Look at that. 10 truck grabbing a decent amount of damage right there. The 74, he's just got a little bit of rear damage. Not a lot going on there as well with the 74. That's big news. Noah Blackwell, he's going to probably have to come down pit road, give a little bit of damage repair on that number 10. A little too early to take a quick repair, as he elects to stay out.
Yeah, a little bit of bumper business turns the 74 around. We do see some pit stops, so Rob Collier down pit road. I believe we got the 74 Franklin to come assess that damage. Dallas Seward with an early pit strategy here. We'll see how this all blends out. If these guys take some tire and top it off of fuel, as you see Steven Down. He was struggling on that last run there, Tom. Let's see what he does to make some adjustments on this 09 machine.
Absolutely. We'll see what these guys can do to try to get back out front. Maybe take a new set of tires here. We'll see what Steven does. Overshot his pit box just a little bit there. He's going to take some tires on that 09. Let's see what else goes about this. Rob Collier coming out. Dallas Seward already out of the pit box on that number 38. We'll see how these guys do. 74 still on pit road. Definitely taking some damage repair there. To that number 74. Did he take a quick repair? Uh-oh. It sure looks like it, Jay.
Yeah, that's interesting. Real early in the race to take that quick repair, but maybe he thought maybe it was a little bit more damage than what he wanted to sit there on pit road to fix. Gonna be playing with fire the rest of the race here for Dustin Franklin. He's got a mighty fast truck. He showed it last week at Charlotte, showing it again here early. See what he can do, or see if the recovery mode is on here for the 74 Dustin Franklin. I think we're gonna see him back towards the front of this field by the end of it, though. He is mighty fast. The 74 is on rails. I think we'll see a lot more of Dustin Franklin before this night's over.
Absolutely. Back up to the front here, we got Darren McCabe. He held back the other drivers throughout that whole 10-lap run that they had. What a great run for him so far. As he stated early in warm-up, he just wants to finish this dang thing. No more DNFs for the 66. He wants to finish. Doesn't matter where it's at. Just wants to cross the start-finish line. Lights are out on the pace truck. We're going to go green flag racing once again here at Gateway with Darren McCabe leading the field.
Yeah, the safest place on the racetrack, though, Tom, leading the field. He's doing a fantastic job so far. Let's see if he gets another great start to this race, another restart here on that inside. See if we can keep the field at bay and see what Stange can do up there on this outside. Maybe he can put a fight up with the 66 Darren McCabe.
All right, coming through 3 and 4 now, the 66 will take control of this race as the pace truck pulls off the racing surface. He's going to once again lead this field to green. He's got Noah Blackwell behind him with a decent amount of damage there. With Chris Stange on the outside of him with Ethan Amberg behind him. As they get into the restart zone, the green flag flies. The 66 get a great jump on that restart. Chris Stange coming under attack by the 10 truck of Noah Blackwell coming down into turn 1. That Blackwell is going to back off here as Ethan Amberg is going to rip the outside through turns 1 and 2. Here comes Powell now to the inside of Ethan Amberg of the 12 truck coming down the back straightaway. No, he's going to pull back in line. We're still back in line here. We got a little bit of a battle between Bill Daniels and Javon Thompson. He's looking to the inside of the 15. We're 3 wide. The 15 almost into the wall there in 3.
Great save there by the 15 of Farella. I thought he was going to get the wall there, but he kept it out of it. Now Javon Thompson to the inside. Nate DeFea looking out to the inside. Great action here on this restart. Javon Thompson trying to make some moves. As we see the 15 of Farella still working the outside. Oh, we're 3 wide. What happened to Ferrara here in the 43? He's losing lots of time up here. He's going to get tied off of 2.
They all keep it straight here off of 2. They're coming down the back straightaway, still side by side at the moment. Up front here, Dalton Powell coming under attack by Ethan Amberg on the outside. Scott Bellum right behind him as well as they go through turns 3 and 4. Dalton Powell gonna power out on top here in P4, coming down the front straightaway. We're back into a single file line. Nate DeFayette back here. He's still to the inside of the 43. No, he's not. He's gonna pull back in line here, coming down in turn 1. He makes a move to the inside of the 43.
Oh, he might have made too aggressive a move. He's going to slide up here off of turn number 2. Oh, he grabs some wall off of the backstretch, but he keeps his foot in and he's still making moves. Unbelievable move by Nate DeFayette there. As now we see the 15 of Farella on the inside of the 43 of Ferrara now. Back to this battle, Noah Blackwell getting challenged by Dalton Powell off of 4.
Coming to the outside, he makes the pass. Blackwell, he's a little bit slow here with all the damage he has. Ethan Amberg to the inside, down into turn 1. Here comes the 23 of Bill Daniels as well to the inside of Scott Bellum right behind him. But they go through turns 1 and 2. The 10 truck seeming a little bit sideways there. He keeps it straight off of turn 2. Down the back straightaway,
we got a big
wrecking. Ferrara's around. We've got Nate Catilla in it. He turns Sedaris Days as the 09's involved as well. Maddox is in it.
Dear Lord, the caution, I was waiting for the yellow to fly. These guys were all over the place down the back straightaway. I was trying to keep up with that myself there, Tom. We had at least 3 cars pointed to the infield, 2 to the outside wall. Multiple cars doing some maze running there through the middle of those guys. That was wild down the back straightaway.
Sure was. Let's go back and look at this yellow flag. I'll try to get a good picture of it, see what happened here. All right, the 43 coming off at turn 2. Oh, he got loose by himself. If we go back here to the 15 and the 09, Downton Down looked like he got a little too high off of turn 4. Or turn 2, excuse me. He grabs a little bit of wall there and clips the 15. And that is just...
And Darius Days is sideways as well. I don't know if that was an avoidance, but he was a little sideways there off of turn 2. And then you see Catilla. He's trying to avoid the 45. I mean, there was a lot to unpack here, Tom.
Yeah, let's see. Looks like the 45 just got loose on his own. Or maybe he was just...
Oh.
Overcorrecting. Try to get around. He gets tapped. 68's going through the infield right there. Let's take a rewind on that and see what happened there. Maybe we go on board a little bit with the Dega Boys cam. And we see what he saw.
Oh, just a little bit of contact, but great job there by Maddox to avoid most of that happening in front of him.
Yeah, exactly.
that was great.
Maybe a little bit of damage on that right front for the 68. But we'll go back alive here. We do have some cars down on pit road. Sedaris Days coming off. Thomas Ferrara. Noah Blackwell trying to get a little bit of crash damage repaired on that number 10 truck. Sean also on pit road. And then number 3. We go back up to the front here. Darren McCabe still out front here. We're on lap 18. Our second caution here tonight at Gateway. A great job the 66 crew has done. Keep that 66 out front. Chris Stange up in P2 as well. We got Dave Farella down pit road once again. He's got big damage to that 15. You can see that right front is pretty big broke there.
Yeah, he's got the fender off. It looks like maybe the toes knocked out of the right front there just a little bit. Could be a little bit of a brain teaser there. Maybe the effect of with the fender gone. Maybe it looks like it's towed in. I can't really tell. Does look a little towed in though.
There we go.
There's the quick repair. Let's just get that washed out. No redneck horsepower here for Dave Farella on this caution here. Gonna get that thing fixed right on up. Get some 4 fresh Mr. Feel Goods on it. Top it off with some fuel. Maybe an opportunity for some strategy here, Tom. With this early caution, maybe you can get a little bit extra fuel in these things. Maybe you can go a little bit longer on this next stint. I like this early strategy being played as we do have the lights out on the pace truck, Tom.
And we're going green flag racing this time by. We're going to watch that pace truck come off the racing surface once again. Give Darren McCabe control on the restart. They're coming through 3 and 4 now. Shortly here, we'll see the pace truck come off the racing surface within the next couple of seconds here. And there it goes. Peels off the racing surface. Darren McCabe going to lead the field to green off of turn 4 here as they get into the restart zone. And the green flag is out in the air. The 66 once again gets a great restart over Chris Stange as they barrel on down into turn 1. The 51's to the inside of the 12. Ethan Amberg, he's going to rip the outside once again here. Scott Bellum to the inside of Bill Daniels now as they come off at turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Scott Bellum trying to make something happen here down the back straightaway and down into turn 3.
Yeah, Scott Bellum working this inside underneath Collier. He's going to try and send it down to the inside of Bill Daniels now as Bill Daniels had to check up for Amberg. Maybe lose a little bit of time here. We're going to see 3 wide action here off of turn 4. Unbelievable! We're 3 wide drag race and Bill Daniels the outside, Collier in the middle. Scooter B thinks better of it. He's going to fall in line here behind Collier into turn 1.
What a amazing little short there coming off of turn 4, 3 wide at Gateway. They keep it straight. Unbelievable. The 02 and the 23 coming real close there off of turn 2. They keep it off of each other coming down the back straightaway. They're drag racing it out down into turn 3 as the 02 shoves it deep here and the 23 ripping the boards on the outside as the 02 of Rob Collier looks like he's going to gain the advantage here off of turn 4. He does. Rob Collier up to P5.
Yeah, great move there by Collier to get by the 23 of Bill Daniels. Now Scooter B right there in line with behind Bill Daniels. Bill Daniels maybe going to take it back down to the bottom right there by Collier. Look at Javon Thompson up there to a P8 position. What a great job he's had. Oh, Nate DeFance sideways there in the center of 1 and 2. Dallas a little squirrely off of turn 2. We're in all kinds of action here down the back straight. And now Rob Collier to the inside of Amberg now for P4.
Side by side now down into turn 3. Ethan Amberg on the outside. Rob Collier to the inside. It looks like the 02 is going to gain a little bit of an advantage here off of turn 4. But the 12, he fights back valiantly on the outside. He's going to try to hold on to his position. Coming down into turn 1. It's not going to be enough, though. Looks like Rob's going to barely take that position away. But it looks like the 12 still fighting there. What an effort. Oh, almost in the wall there off of turn 2. Very close. Coming down the back straightaway now. Now he's side by side with Bill Daniels.
Yeah, Bill Daniels sees that opportunity open for him when he saw the 12 of Amberg nearly make wall contact. Now Bill Daniels ripping the bottom. Can he clear the 12 of Amberg here off of 4? It looks like he will. No, Amberg gonna fight back on the outside. Great job there by Amberg to keep the momentum rolling up on the outside. We're gonna go side by side again. Wheel to wheel, door to door down here into turn 1. Bill Daniels working this inside.
To the inside, he's gonna try to make this pass off of turn 2. Oh, he gets sideways. He's gonna lose time. Javon Thompson's around. He gets tagged. Here goes Sedaris Days to the inside, and we've got cars in the grass. Sedaris Days, Javon Thompson, the 2 unlucky contestants here at Gateway. They're gonna have to restart from the back of the pack.
Yeah, turn 2 has been a handful for these boys here tonight. That's where we've seen most of the sideways action. Some of these cautions early in this race. Turn 2, it's becoming a menace for these boys here in the Motor City Trucks here tonight at Gateway.
All right, let's go see what happened here to the 93 and the 45. Let's see as he's coming off of turn 2 here. Oh, he got real sideways into the 74. The 74 again grabbing some more contact. 45, Sedaris Days. Let's roll this back just a little bit. Let's see what happened to him coming off of turn 2. He's got real slideways there as he comes back down into the grass off of turn 2. That'll do it. That'll do it. All right.
Look at them both go in reverse at the same time. It's almost like synchronized reversals, man. That was pretty great.
74 grabbing a little bit of right front damage there from the 93. He's going to come down, grab some crash damage repair. Darren McCabe down pit road. The number 66, Chris Stange as well, Dalton Powell. Rob Collier staying out on track. Dallas Seward, Thomas Ferrara, Stephen Dalton, Dave Farella. These guys staying out, as well as Daniel Maddox, Sedaris Days. He's staying out. So
yeah, a lot of these different strategies, a lot of those guys that stayed out right there have already made a pit stop at some point during this race. So this is going to cycle everybody back in now who hasn't made a pit stop. We'll see the race off pit road here. This could be crucial between Darren McCabe and Chris Stange. See what this does. It looks like McCabe is going to hang on to the top spot there on the exit of pit road. Bill Daniels, Amberg drag race out of pit road. Looks like maybe Amberg got the best of Bill Daniels there on the exit of pit lane.
Great job by Ethan Amber. Getting himself in P3 off of pit road. All right, Bill Daniels, P4, Dalton Powell, P5, Scott Bellin, P6, Dustin Franklin, Nate DeFayette, Noah Blackwell. Still back here. Still trying to fix a little bit of that crash damage that he has. Still hasn't taken that quick repair. Nate Catilla back here. Javon Thompson, Arabia Caton, the number 30, and Sean Dion in the number 3. Rounding out your field for tonight, 28 trucks here racing around Gateway. We're going to cross the line to complete lap 26 onto lap 27. As lights are off on the pace truck, we're going to go green flag racing this time by.
Here we are. We're going to go green flag racing. It's going to be interesting to see guys like Stange, McCabe, as well as Amberg, Powell. Some of these guys have been running up in that top 5, 6 positions here all night long. Now they're going to be buried in traffic a little bit here. Let's see if they can make their way back to the front of the field with a little bit fresher tires, a little bit more fuel load in these trucks. And then we'll see what some of these guys up here at the front that have already made pit stops, now that they got the track position, can they maintain it here?
A little bit of a road to recovery for some of these drivers as they've been caught up in a couple of incidents here. Still got a little bit to go. Just a little under 100 laps. We're looking at 99 laps, 98 laps here around Gateway. Rob Collier leading the field to green. He goes down into turn 3 now. Dallas Seward to the outside of him. Thomas Ferrara, Stephen Down making up row 2. Row 3 goes to Dave Farella and Daniel Maddox. They now come through 3 and 4. Coming off 4th. Pace truck comes off the racing surface. Control to Rob Collier. Let's see Who can get the better restart here into the restart zone? The green flag flies in the 0-2. He takes off. Dallas Seward already losing positions here to the 43 and Thomas Ferrara as they go down into turn 1 side by side for P2 now. The 38 to the outside. Oh, the 43 makes a little bit of contact there with the 38 as they all come off at turn 2 now. We're side by side with Steven Doughton, Dave Farella coming down the back straightaway. A little bit of a drag race here as everybody starts to spread out back here. A 3-wide situation. Possibly the 66 to the inside of the 72 in 3 and 4.
Yeah, this is some great action. The 72, the 66. Oh, Stage has to lift there for Scenario Stays. Oh, Bill Daniels to the inside avoidance. 3-wide action across the line. Ethan Amber, does he make it 4-wide? He thinks better of it. Bill Daniels coming out on the good end of this deal, but look at Stage. Fighting back on the outside, rolling the momentum through 1 and 2.
Coming off of turn 2, now the 15's up high, the 66, he's going to take the low line here. Dave Farella, he's going to give that position to the 66, now coming down into turn 3. The 66 clears the 15, that puts him up to P5. Chris Stage back here, now looking to the inside of the 15, as the 66 looks to the outside of Steven Doughton off of turn 4. He makes the pass, Doughton's to the low side, 3-wide across the line here, as the 72 holds on. He's going to go to the inside of the 15 down to turn 1. Contact 23, 15, 09. They're wrecking in the back.
Oh, that happened a lot further up than where that wreck actually started. You saw a little bit of checkup. Looked like Bill Daniels might have got into the back of the 15. Maybe a little checkup there with the 15 and an entry to turn 1. And I think it was a little bit of, what do you call it, accordion effect there behind them. We saw the 23 go around. The 09 involved. Big damage to Bill Daniels here.
All right, let's see what happened here going through turns 1 and 2. Maybe we can grab a better view. Wow, look at that shot right there.
That's what happened. They were 3 wide in the middle.
All right, let's rewind it just a little bit here. The 23. Oh, it looks like he missed his braking zone a little bit. Because he just flew right in between the 72 and the 15 there. I mean, look at the closing rate between these guys. 09 got into the rear of the 23. The 12's involved. Ethan Amberg, he's to the inside here, grabbing a lot of damage to that 12 truck.
It might be interesting to go on board there with Bill Daniels to see what maybe he thought going in that corner. Because what it looks like, maybe he was trying to get to the outside. Maybe it just the gap closed. It was interesting here. Curious what his onboard's gonna show here. Yeah, I think you're right.
Real late.
Just misjudged it by a little bit on corner entry, and that's all she wrote.
James Copenhagen says RIP. RIP. I am going to have to concur with that statement. Going back up to the front here, Rob Collier still on the front row. Thomas Ferrara taking that P2 position. Darren McCabe, Chris Dange, they're going to make up row 2 here. Row 3 goes to Dalton Powell, Noah Blackwell, Scott Bellum, Sedarius Days. That's row 4. Row 5 goes to Javon Thompson and Daniel Maddox. That is also your top 10 at the moment. Rob Collier is still out front leading this race. A little bit of a different race strategy. Let's pull that up, Jay. Let's pull up some strategies these guys are working on. If I could...
If I was guessing, I would say that Collier and Ferrara are most likely on the same strategy. I think they pitted on caution number 2 there on lap 18. I'll have to confirm that. Can't confirm nor deny that statement.
There we go.
No, Collier on the first caution, lap 10. Ferrara was the second caution there, lap 17. Okay.
So there you have it. There is all the different strategies happening right now. A little bit of a side or footnote with Blackwell. He's been pitting a lot for crash damage. So not tires that he's been taking for most of this, but just a little FYI there. All right, as we see lights out on the pace truck, we're going to go green flag racing this time by.
Yeah, as it looks like on that chart there, it looked like we have 3 different strategies being played so far, minus Blackwell. Blackwell's on a little alternate there with the crash damage, like Tom said. But it's going to be interesting to see what Darren McCabe and Chris Stange can do. That row 2 is going to be vital here on this restart. We saw how fast they were knifing through the field. very fast race trucks, the 66 and the 72. Let's see if they can make quick work here of your front row of Ferrara and Rob Collier. Can Collier get a good restart on the bottom? Do we see the outside prevail on one of these restarts? It's going to be interesting to see here when we go back green.
Absolutely. As they come on down into turn 3, now that pace truck is going to be coming off the racing surface, giving control to the 0-2 of Rob Collier as they come through 3 and 4. Pace truck off the racing surface, control to Rob Collier here off of turn 4. They're going to be coming down the back front straightaway into the restart zone. And the green flag is out in the air. Rob Collier getting a great jump on P2. He's already cleared them by a big shot. Here comes McCabe to the inside of the 43. Down into turn 1. Chris Stage side by side with Ferrara now through turns 1 and 2. Off of turn 2. He clears them. The 43 now looking to make a little bit of a crossover move. No, here comes Blackwell now in the 10 truck. He's going to clear the 43 down into turn 3.
Yeah, Blackwell up here to the P4 position, gets by Ferrara. Now Dalton Powell gonna try to go for P5, as we might have a little bit of action there for P2. Look at Stage to the inside of McCabe. Side-by-side action across the line for P2, as we all chase Rob Collier down here into turn 1. McCabe, big on the brakes. Stage, big on the brakes. We got a moment here of a turn 2.
Coming through turns 1 and 2, now the 72 got a little loose on the entrance, the 66 as well, but he makes a great run on the outside. Darren McCabe to the outside of Rob Collier as they come down into turn 3. Side by side for the lead of this race, Darren, he has the advantage here with that outside line. Let's see if he can hold on to it off of turn 4. Down the front straightaway now, the 0-2 holds on valiantly, but it's not going to be enough. The 66 leads lap 36 as they go down into turn 1.
Oh, you see a little bit of cat and mouse on the brakes. Rob Collier got into turn 1 really aggressive, and look at the momentum by the outside line. There, McCabe, Collier falling backwards now. Here comes Stage here, and now Blackwell side by side with Collier for P3. Down the back straightaway. Now more cat and mouse on the brakes here. Rob Collier gonna try and send it on the bottom. Not gonna be able to make it happen. Now we got Blackwell up to P3.
Coming to the outside of the 0-2 now, that's a 51 of Dalton Powell. That's for the P4 position. Powell, he's looking to make that stick to the outside. He does. He clears Rob Collier before turn 1 as they dive on down into turn 1. Rob now struggling a little bit with those tires. Here comes Scott Bellum to the inside of Ferrara. That's for P6 now. Off of turn 2, down the back straightaway. We got a little bit of side-by-side action back there. Oh, we got a little bit of squirrely action here. Dallas Seward was to the inside of Nate Catilla, but not no more. Coming down into turn 3, he's going to dive it deep here. Not going to be able to make anything of it, though.
Yeah, you see Dallas Seward here in the 38 trying to get back to the rear bumper here of Catilla off of 4. Gonna give him maybe a little bit of bumper business here down the front straightaway. Where does he take this run? Is he gonna go to the inside? He does go to the inside. Cat and mouse on the brakes. Here comes Dallas Seward. Right down against the apron. Right against the rumbles. Can he make it happen here off of 2? We're gonna stay side by side off of 2.
Oh, we got a little bit of action happening back there. That's Bill Daniels, Nate DeFayette. Those guys got real loose off of turn 2. They hold on to it. Here comes Dallas Seward making the pass on the 50. Ethan Amberg to the inside of the 50 as well. Oh, the 38 making contact with Sedaris Days through 3 and 4. Off of turn 4 now. They're going to come down the front straightaway and maybe drag race a little bit. No, the 38's not going to get that momentum he needed. But coming down into turn 1 presents a new opportunity for the 38 as he looks to the inside of the 45.
Yeah, Dallas Seward really making this inside line his friend right now. He's to the inside of Sedarius Days down the back straightaway. This is for the P9 position. Maybe a little cat and mouse on the brakes down here into turn 3. Sedarius Days up on the outside. Dallas Seward on the inside, heavy on the brakes. Sedarius Days way up against the boards here. Is he going to open the door for Amberg now off of turn 4? Side by side for the P10 position. Amberg's going to clear him.
What a great run for him so far. We got a little bit of side-by-side battle happening here. Nate DeFayette, Bill Daniels now coming down into turn 1. Still side-by-side here. Nate's going to dive it deep as he makes the pass on the 23, but the 23's coming back with the crossover. Off of turn 2, he's not going to be able to make it happen. Coming down the back straightaway now, it looks like the 74 Dustin Franklin looking to make a pass on Nate Catilla down into turn 3.
Yeah, what a move there by Dustin Franklin. He's going to make the move. Look at Nate DeFayette. Holy cow. Aggressive meets aggressive on the brakes as he's trying to get to the inside of Catilla now. Oh, as we got all kinds of action here. Nate DeFayette not going to be able to make that work as we're going to see Catilla hang on to that position for now. Bill Daniels, he's all over the rear bumper of DeFayette now as we're going to dive down here into turn 1, all down against the rumbles, trying to get the speed built up here off of turn 2.
Oh, the knight
he's
gets
sideways.
He saves it. Unbelievable. Off of turn 2. A little bit of an ill-handling race car there for Nate DeFayette, but he holds on to it like the badass race car driver he is. Unbelievable what he was able to do there. Back up front, or back to the middle of the pack here, Sedaris stays Dustin Franklin off at turn 4. Whoa, the 74 shuts the door on the 45. The 45 makes a crossover move here across the start-finish line and down into turn 1. Is he going to make a move? No, he's not. This 74 is going to hold on to that position as we go back up to the front here. Rob Collier now coming under attack by Scott Bellum down the back straightaway.
Here comes Scooter B with a lot of momentum down the back straightaway. He's going to take it to the bottom of Showtime here into turn 3. Scooter B trying to make this inside line work. Rob fighting back with all he's worth up here on the outside. Kenny's clear. I mean, off of turn 4. No, we're going to continue to drag race down the front straightaway. Battle for P5. Scooter B versus Rob Collier. Still side by side. Cat and mouse on the brakes at a 1. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to be more aggressive? Scooter B working the inside. He's going to clear Rob.
What a great move by the one truck of Scott as he puts himself in that P5 position. Back here, Javon Thompson trying to make a pass on the 43 of Thomas Ferrara. Wasn't able to do it. Dallas Seward, teammate of his, he's going to try to work with him. He throws a block on Amberg. We're side by side now down into turn 3. We got Dallas Seward to the inside. We're 3 wide off of turn 4. Javon backs out of it. Here comes Seward now to the inside of Ferrara.
Yeah, Dallas Seward making moves, making that inside line his friend here tonight, and he is making it work to perfection. He makes the move on Ferrara now. Now Amber gonna follow in the footsteps of the tire tracks here, the 38. Follow his lead here, kind of make this inside line work to the inside of Ferrara as we're still side by side down the back straightaway. Javon Thompson lurking. He's gonna go back to the outside. Amber, big move into 3. He's gonna make the move on the 43 of Ferrara.
Coming down into turn 3 now, they get it all straightened out here. Javon all over the rear bumper of that 43, not going to be able to make a pass. We've got a little bit of a battle happening here now with Chris Dange and Noah Blackwell for that P2 position as Darren McCabe trying to goes off in the surface. Sunset, the 10 truck real sideways through turns 1 and 2, off of turn 2 as well, and he holds on to it. What a great save by that 10 truck of Noah Blackwell. But right now, this was your closest battle on track. Right now it's Ethan Amberg and Dallas Seward down into turn 3.
Yeah, these boys are slipping, sliding all over this racetrack right now, especially as we're getting into this longer run here. As we see Amberg trying to close this gap down to Dallas Seward. These two, Dallas has been parting the seas here like Moses up here at the front of the field. We see Amberg behind him, following him through. Just great action here. As now Amberg, he's going to take it to the outside. He's going to try something different here. Can he get the momentum built up at turn 2? Side by side, Amberg for Seward as we close it in here on Collier.
Coming down the back straightaway, down into turn 3, a drag race ensuing here. Seward to the inside of Amberg now. He's going to make the pass down into turn 3, but the 12 truck of Amberg, he's going to make the crossover. The 12's to the inside of the 38 off of turn 4, and they're going to be drag racing once again here. Down the front straightaway, across the line, it goes to the 38, but down into turn 1 presents a new opportunity for the 12 truck as they're really close here. Side by side, the 38 backs out just a little bit there off of turn 2, but they're still gonna drag race it out. Oh, the 38's in the wall. He's still holding on to it. Unbelievable. Down into turn 3 now. The 12's to the inside of the 38.
This battle is unrelenting. Amberg trying to make it happen. Dallas is not going to give it up easy, as now we're going to see Amberg maybe lose a little bit of time here off of turn 4. Dallas can hang on to that position. Try to close this gap down to Rob Collier right in front of him. That would be for the P6 position, as these guys have just been moving their way through the field since the restart. Dallas, go to the bottom. You see Rob Collier maybe a little loose on entry. Dallas maybe a little loose in the center. Here comes Amberg. Here comes Dallas sideways up at 2. Can he hang on to it? He does. Unbelievable. Maybe losing a bunch of time here is the 38 of Seward as Amberg's going to go by.
Coming down into turn 3, they're all single file now. Got another little bit of a battle happening here. Noah Blackwell wasn't able to get back to the rear bumper of Chris Stange. Now he's coming under attack a little bit here by Dalton Powell in the 51. As they come on down into turn 1, does the 51 make a little bit of a different line here? No, he's going to run a very similar line to the 10 truck, maybe just a lane lower than him. Oh, the 10's real loose there! Holy cow! Here comes the 51 of Dalton Powell! He's already got the run! Is he going to make a move on it into turn 3? He's going to look to the inside here! Can he make it happen? No! Noah Blackwell holding on to that P3 position so far as Dalton Powell continues on the hunt to chase down the 10 truck.
Yeah, as you see, Blackwell maybe struggling a little bit here, little sideways there off the corners. We're going to see if Dalton Powell can make the move to the inside into 1. Not going to be able to. You see the 10 of Noah Blackwell, maybe a little defensive here through 1 and 2. Off of turn 2. Can we see Blackwell get the power down? They're both sideways, slipping and sliding off at 2. We both hang on to it, and we're still racing. Noah, maybe a little defensive. Here comes Powell into turn 3. Side-by-side action.
Coming down into turn 3, still side by side now for that P3 position. Blackwell ripping the outside here. Look at the run he got. Look at the speed he has in that 10 truck. He holds on to it for now as Noah Blackwell holds on to that P3 position, but Powell still in P4. And look at this, Jay. The strategy might be changing up just a little bit here since he is going to have to make that green flag pit stop. It might hurt him. It might benefit him. We'll see here soon.
This is what I like. We're going to see a little bit of strategy. The undercut here by Rob Collier. Off strategy with your leaders. Oh, we got a car around. It's Dallas Seward. Oh, that might have just played out perfectly for Rob.
Let's see if he stays on the lead lap here. Oh, it's going to be, it's not enough.
It's the opposite of good luck. Dang.
That is so unfortunate. He's going to go lap down here. He'll get the wave around. Maybe, hopefully. We'll see, but Darren McCabe still out front here. Dallas Seward back on track here. Got a little bit of right side damage on that 38 so far. Let's go ahead and look at this replay here and see what happened to Dallas as he was coming off at turn 2. And the number 38. Oh, look at that big wall contact there off of turn 2. Turn 2 is an absolute menace, isn't it?
Oh, it's been wild all race long. These guys have been struggling on getting the power down off of 2.
Ooh, a little bit of contact there between the 74 and the 38. A little bit more right there as well. Oh, Dallas got a little loose, little help. He does a great job to keep it on the track. I kind of spoke a little too soon there, but Dallas gets it back on track here. And it looks like just about everybody and their grandma is coming down pit road. See, Rob stays out, of course. Sean stays out. That's interesting. He's going to go to the front here. The 66 taking some tires. 72 taking some tires. This is going to be a great race off of pit road here. Let's see who could take it.
Yeah, we'll see. This is going to be interesting. You see the left side's going up on Darren McCabe now. Oh, looks like he did not get going. Big mistake here by Darren McCabe. He's going to lose multiple positions. Stange is going to win the race off pit road. Blackwell P2. And McCabe is going to come off pit road at P6. Unbelievable here.
Wow.
P5, excuse me, because Dion's still on the track.
What a change of events. Well, Scott Bellum comes out P3, Noah Blackwell P2, Ethan Amberg P4, Dalton Powell P6, P7 goes to Dustin Franklin, P8, Javon Thompson, P9, Nate DeFayette. That's currently your top 10 with Sean Dion out front at the moment in the 3 truck. Rob Collier sitting right there in the 02. He's going to get the wave around, get his lap back here. And Dallas Seward in the chat, car outside. Big 10-4 copy Roger on that, rubber ducky. Do be like that sometime. Turn 2 is a menace. It is a menace here tonight.
Yeah, it's been difficult for all these drivers. It doesn't matter if it's the first lap of a run or if it's 20 laps into a run. Turn 2 is here to bite tonight. There must be some gremlins up there against that wall trying to bite these drivers here tonight. But fantastic racing so far. We got different strategies throughout. And I believe now with this caution, that pretty much puts everybody back on sequence. Unfortunate for Rob there. He's going to have to drive his way back through the field. Maybe pitted one lap too soon. You never know. You've seen it bite many drivers in the past. And it got Rob Collier here. He's going to have to go back to the tail end of the field here and work his way back through the field.
Have a little bit of work ahead of that 02 truck. come on down into turn 3 now. We're going to watch him go right around the pace truck when the pace truck's lights go out, which should be this time by. Rob's going to get his lap back there. We'll be at the tail end of the field. He's going to have to work a little bit through traffic. 20 cars on track at the moment here tonight in the Nexus Motor City trucks. So you can see the mountain he has to climb to get back to the front. But if it's anybody, it's Rob. Rob can do it for sure. All right, lights are off on the pace truck. We're going green flag racing this time by him. Sean Dion will be leading the field to green.
Yeah, we're going to get some lap led here by Dion under yellow. Let's see what he can do on this restart. Having that restart control here on the inside. Chris Stain's been mighty fast all night. Let's see if he can make this outside line work on the restart. And let's see what Darren McCabe can do. Having a, maybe not the pit stop that he wanted there, losing some positions. See if he can work his way back to the field. He's been the most dominant truck so far tonight. Led the most laps. Pretty much had this thing in control until that pit stop. Let's see if he can make his way back towards the front of the field.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming down into turn 3. We're going to watch that pace car come off of the racing surface, give control to Sean in that number 3 truck. And Sean's going to restart this race. The inside line there in the number 3. All right, truck is off the racing surface. The 3 truck of Sean Dion. He is going to inch closer to the restart zone, looking at getting the green flag here. And the green flag flies. This 3 truck getting a little bit of a jump here, but Noah Blackwell to the inside already. We're 3 wide for the lead now, coming down into turn 1. Ethan Amberg looking to the inside, not going to be able to do anything with it, but here it is. The fight for the lead off of turn 2. The 10 truck, he's sideways. Chris Stage to the lead here as they come down the back straightaway. Look at this, freaking 6 wide. Holy crap, down into turn 3.
Man, it looked like going down the interstate right there. Downtown Main Street traffic. Holy cow, we're still rolling through turns 3 and 4. Everybody trying to sort this out on this restart. Everybody jockeying for positions. Everybody moving everywhere. You see Dion fall all the way back there. He's getting passed left and right on the older tires. Different off strategy. Not working out for him on this restart. We got smoke. We got a caution. We got trucks around. Oh, it's Catilla, Ferrara. Big wreck back here.
Nate DeFayette as well. Big wreck happening there down into turn 1.
You can just sense that happening there, Tom. We were, like you said, we had them fanning out 6 wide, 8 wide, 55 countries wide. That was crazy.
Looks like a lot of damage there for the 9 truck. He's got a little bit of toe issue there on the right front. Let's go back and look at this yellow flag and see what happened here. Coming down into turn 1. Oh! There it is.
Oh.
43, 59, and the 02. Grabbing a little bit of issues there. Let's see what really... Oh, come on now. 50 and the 43. Rob takes it 3 wide here. The 43 kind of came down just a little bit across the nose of the 50. The 43 spins to the inside, maybe collecting a little bit of Rob there. 09 to Steven Downton grabbing a little bit of grass too. He goes through the infield here. Keeps it straight though, keeps that truck clean. All right, back live. Let's see how Nate's doing on pit road here. Oh, he's going to have to get going.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to get out here in time. Looks like he's going to go a lap down to the field. That's so unfortunate with that right side damage. Maybe have a little bit of work to do here tonight to get back on the lead lap, as he is still sitting on pit road here in the number 9 machine. Still getting some service done to that race truck here tonight at Gateway, as we are on lap 59, and the field does go by. We see a little bit more pit stops here as well, though.
I kind of wanted to go on board with the 9 truck and just kind of see what he saw. I mean, this looks like a jumbled mess. Let's just see real quick. Oh, there's nothing you can do. There's just nothing. Oh yeah, look how much he's got that wheel cranked. He's big broke. All right, Thomas Ferrara down pit road at the moment. Dallas Siebert was down pit road. He's coming off right now, trying to get a little bit of, maybe a little bit of repairs done to that 38. Out front right now, though, that's Chris Dange in the 72, Noah Blackwell P2, Ethan Amberg P3, Darren McCabe in the 66 P4, Dalton Powell. It's your top 5. Scott Bellum, Javon Thompson, Dustin Franklin, Bill Daniels, and Rob Collier. That makes up your top 10. Rob, what a phenomenal comeback he's already had.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. He already drove himself up to the P10 position. Maybe got a little bit of damage during that incident, but not anything drastic that's going to affect the rest of his race, I don't think, here with the O2. So we'll see what he can do on this next restart. As we are closing in on the halfway point here. Lots of great action already. We got more action in store for us here tonight as we do see the lights off on the pace truck here, Tom.
Green flag racing this time by ladies and gentle cars. That is what it means. Once again, Chris Dange, Noah Blackwell on the front row here. See what these guys can do. On this restart, Chris Dange made an awesome move there going into turn 1, getting around the 3 truck of Sean Dion, and also overtaking Noah Blackwell through turns 1 and 2. Keeping it off the wall off of turn 2 as well. That's pretty impressive if you ask me. But they're going to dive it on down here into turn 3. Once again, we're going to see that pace truck come off of the racing surface and give control to, this time, Chris Dange in the number 72, the Gambling Man. The Gambler. Gambling Man, Gambler, it's the same thing, whatever. As we now see the pace truck come off of the racing surface, Chris Dange inching closer to the restart zone. And the green flag is out in the air. The 72 gets the power down. He gets a great jump over Noah Blackwell in P2. Darren McCabe looking to the outside of the 12 truck. That's Ethan Amberg going down into turn 1 now. Looks like he might. No, he's not going to clear him. They're side by side still off of turn 2. It's close. Oh, they hold it straight. They keep him in a line here. Here comes Dalton Powell to the inside of Ethan Amberg down into turn 3.
Yeah, a little bit of action here for P4. We got Dalton Powell the inside of Amberg. Amberg still working this outside line. Can he get the move done here off of turn number 4? Looks like he's going to hold on to that P4 position in front of Dalton Powell. We might have, oh, we got some wall contact there. I believe that was the 51 of Powell. I believe they might have grabbed some wall there off of turn 4. Still digging, trying to get by the 12 of Amberg down here into turn 1.
Coming through turns 1 and 2. Now we got a little bit of a good battle here between Dustin Franklin to the inside of Scott Bellum off of turn 2. Now, oh, we got contact up in the front. That's Noah Blackwell and McCabe now down the back straightaway. McCabe trying to finish this race. We talked to him before the race. That's all he wants to do. Cross the start-finish line at the scheduled distance. As he comes through 3 and 4, he overtakes Noah Blackwell as well. The 66 is back up to P2 on his quest back to the front as Dalton Powell now all over the rear bumper of Ethan Amberg down into turn 1.
Here it is. Battle for P4 is still raging on. Powell versus Amberg, as now maybe Blackwell is backing up to these boys as they're still trying to get the power down here off of turn 2. Nobody. Oh, Javon sideways back there. Does he hang on to it? Holy cow. Turn 2 is continuing to be an absolute Chad here tonight at Gateway, doing what it needs to do as we see Powell to the inside of Amberg. Still side by side here off of 4.
Coming off of 4 now, the 51 clears the 12. Ethan Amberg, he's being put back here to P5, coming under attack now by Dustin Franklin, down into turn 1 now. Let's see if he can make anything happen here. The 74 is going to cut off the 1 truck of Scott Bellum just a little bit there through turns. Oh, the 10 truck's around. Noah Blackwell into the grass. Hard hit on the inside. The front cover, the front bumper cover goes away. The engine blows, and it is over for Noah Blackwell.
Oh, no. Blackwell, big damage. No caution. He's still parked down here on the inside. He's going to tow. He's going to be just fine. We're going to stay green here. That's so unfortunate here for Blackwell, but the battle continues here in the top 4. Into the top 5 is Franklin. He's making his way back to the front. We said we'd see him again before the end of this race, and here he is, making a move on Amberg now for P4 off of 2.
Coming off of turn 2, down the back straightaway now, still side by side here as the 74 is trying to make a pass for P4. He got a little bit of a leg up here down into turn 3. Looks like he clears the 12 just for a split second there, but the 12 is coming back on the outside. Look at the drive that he had off of turn 4. Here comes the 12 back on the outside of the 74 across the line and down into turn 1. Still side by side now for P4.
Yeah, down here into turn number 3, into turn 1, alpha turn 2. We see a little bit of action here side by side. Oh, you see Collier grab some wall back there. He's still trying to get his pursuit back to the front of the field as we're still side by side. Amber versus Franklin. Franklin's so aggressive onto the entry of 3. And Amber get right up there, bumper business in the middle of 3 and 4. Here comes Scooter Bean out of the inside. Yeah, Amber hung it on his door there in the middle of 3 and 4. He's trying to slow the one truck down, but we do. Here it is, the battle for the lead. McCabe versus Stage. McCabe working the inside. Can he get by the 72? Oh, the caution is out. Unbelievable action here. It's the 30 of Caton. Arabia Caton down here in turns 3 and 4. He is around. That's one thing that's always amazed me about racing there, Tom. It seems like when two cars make contact, they always seem to come back into each other. We've seen that so many times. That's crazy. But yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles there, as Tom would say.
That is how the cookie crumbles. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go side by side with you as we round out this caution.
The Dutch master has produced something special in the wet, in the dry. Max Verstappen wins the Monaco Grand Prix.
Payne Penske at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and Joseph Newgarden finally wins the Indianapolis 500.
But off turn number 4, the Coca-Cola 600 belongs to Ryan Blaney.
All right, we're back with you guys now. We have seen 71 laps completed here around Gateway. We've learned a little bit here, Jay. Turn 2 is, it'll bite you. It'll absolutely bite you. And coming off of turn 2 as well, you get real loose. Got to keep that throttle control in check there. Real quick, though, lights are out on the pace truck. We're going green flag racing. But Jay, moving forward here, what is the plan if you were a driver here in this race?
I think right now we've got the strategy pretty much set up to the end of this race. I believe we'll see one more pit stop most likely at the end. I think the whole story of this race, but survival. Turn 2, man, it's like bad Santa, man, stealing everybody's presents or leaving coal for Christmas, man. That turn 2's been difficult here tonight. We're gonna see what these guys can do for the rest of this race to manage tires and get the throttle down without getting that thing sideways. And I believe that the best 2 trucks we've seen all night long are right here at the front row. I think the 74 51 are going to have something to say about it as well. They've been really quick as well, but we're going to find out on this restart.
Absolutely. Pace truck is going to come off the racing surface here. Give control to Chris Stange now in the 72s. They come off of turn 4. They're going to inch closer to the restart zone here, looking for that green flag. And when it flies, it's pedal to the metal here at Gateway. And it flies. The 72 gets the power to the ground. He clears the 66 on the outside now as they all rip down into turn 1. It's the 74, the 51, now side by side through turns 1 and 2. They're going to be trying to battle each other for that podium position off of turn 2. And it looks like it's going to go to Franklin with the 74. He gets a huge jump over the 51. Now the 51 coming under attack by Scott Bellum down into turn 3.
Yeah, here it is. Dalton Powell maybe not getting the restart he wanted here, losing some positions here early, as now we see Bellum working the outside. We're going to see side by side here off of turn 4. Looks like Powell going to be able to get to the power a little sooner than Scooter B there off of turn number 4. He's going to be able to clear him. Now Amberg to the inside of Scooter B. Battle for the lead is on again between McCabe and Stange.
Side by side for the lead of this race. The 66 got tight down into turn 1. Off of turn 2 now. Stange real close to the wall there. They're drag racing it out down the back straightaway here and down in turn 3. Stange gets the upper hand down into turn 3.
Yeah, you see McCabe go to the outside. Stange wants the inside line. He's going to go right down against the rumbles. Let's see what kind of run the 66 can get here off of turn 4. Look at the move! What a beautiful exit there off of 4. He's going to get a massive run headed for turn 1. Darren McCabe, what a masterclass move off of 4. He's going to send it to the inside into 1. Side by side with Stange to the middle 1 and 2. Who's going to get the momentum? Side by side off of 2.
Oh, the 72 got real loose there off of turn 2. They're still side by side, drag racing it out down the back straightaway and down into turn 3. Still side by side here. McCabe to the inside, Stange to the outside. The 66 pushes up a little bit there at the entrance of the corner, but it's not gonna matter anyways because the 66, he overtakes the 72. Oh, here comes Stange with a little bit of a crossover. Yes, here he is down into turn 1.
Crossover magic here by Stange down to the inside. He's going to try and get by McCabe. McCabe gets back on the throttle here off of turn number 2. His sideways, maybe. He hangs on to it. McCabe, masterful driving. He takes the lead from Stange. As now we got Franklin in the mix. He's going to apply the bumper business here to Stange. Down here into turn 3. He's looking to the bottom of Stange.
He's looking to the bottom, trying to go side by side here. Not going to be able to make it happen. Chris Stange going to come off of turn 4 P2 at the moment as the 74 looks extremely strong. Lots of speed out of that Chevrolet Silverado as they cross the start-finish line and down into turn 1. Dustin Franklin still behind the 72 now as we go a little bit further in the back here. Ethan Amberg ripping that outside lane like he has been doing all race long. Oh, Chris Stange had a little bit of issues off of turn 2. Here comes Franklin to the inside. He overtakes him. Here comes Franklin up to P2.
Yeah, what a drive here by Franklin. A rebound all the way back up to the front of this field into the P2 position now. And here comes Collier. He continues to move through the field. He's looking for P5 on Scooter B. He clears him off of 4. Oh, sideways back there. I believe that was Bill Daniels. Dead sideways in the Navy machine. He hangs on to it. Hang on to her, buddies. He sends it in turn 1. Oh, contact with Ferrella. Oh, they're both in the wall. I mean, Ferrara, excuse me. As he's still wall riding through 2. Big damage on the 23. He's gonna blink back in, still lots of damage to the 23.
Yeah, that 23 is going to have some issues here now coming down into turn 3. He's going to take it all the way down to pit road. Some maybe mechanical damage to that 23. He's going to have to get that fixed here under green flag pit stops. Unfortunate for him. Here comes Steven Down now and Sedaris Days as they come across the start-finish line and down into turn 1. Thomas Ferrara grabbing a little bit of wall there. He might have a little bit of issues as he was caught up in that little wreck there between the 43 and the 23 as they come off of turn 2. He gets real close to the wall there, Steven Down does, but down the back straightaway. Oh, Maddox gets real sideways there as we got a little bit of more battles happening here. Here's Chris Dange and Dalton Powell through 3 and 4.
Yes, now Dalton Powell looking to the inside off of turn 4 on the inside of Stage. Now Collier's in the mix. He's to the outside of Powell. Something's got to give down here into turn 1. A little bit of cat and mouse on the brakes. Who's going to be more aggressive? Looks like Stage is going to be more aggressive on the brakes. Collier, look at him go around the outside of Powell. Holy cow, he's going to get to the outside of Stage here on the turn 2. Showtime, doing Showtime things. Moves up the P3.
What a move by the O2 to get around those two cars. He has got his eyes set on P2 now of Franklin as he goes down into turn 3. The battle here between Stange and Powell might not be dissipating here as Powell looking to make a pass on Stange for that P4 position. Got a little bit of battling's happening back here now. Sedaris Days to the inside of Thomas Ferrara. Ferrara still struggling a lot since that wall contact between himself and Bill Daniels. He is just sinking like an anchor now through the field as cars continue to pass him off at turn 2 and down the back straightaway.
Oh, we got a little bit of sideways action. Looked like everybody got sideways there off of turn 2 that time by, as everybody is all here in this single file line. So you could get a run here, down here into turn number 3. Looks like Dallas Seward maybe was looking to the inside of the Farella in the 15. Didn't make it happen. No, he did make it happen. Holy cow. Unbelievable. As we got Nate DeFan having some issues here maybe. As he is a little bit off the pace. Got some right front damage.
Off of turn 2, he had a little bit of off-track excursion here. No caution. He keeps it, or puts it back on the track, but no caution there for a big moment for Nate DeFayette. As we go back with Sedaris Days here, who is trying to track down, or has got around Thomas Ferrara now. Go back up here, Chris Stange still battling it out with Dalton Powell now. Off at turn 4, Scott Bellum now trying to get in the mix.
Yeah, Scott Bellum, Dalton Powell, as well as Chris Stange right here, 4 through 6, still battling it out for position. Dalton Powell's been trying to get by Stange for the last couple laps, been trying to work this inside line. Now he's going to go lane off the bottom here, trying to get a good exit here off of 2, but the battle for P2 is on. Rob Collier has got an absolute rocket ship here tonight, moving through the field. He's applying the pressure now to the 74 Franklin down here into turn 3, working this outside line. Going to see if he can diamond this corner. We've seen a couple of guys make it work tonight. Get right down against the Rebels and drive it off of turn number 4.
Off of turn 4 and down the front straightaway now. Rob has not got back to the rear bumper of the 74 like what he once was, but they go down into turn 1 now. Last time by for the O2 as he gets real close to the rear bumper of the 74. Last time by, he was just about 0.07 of a second slower than the 74. Let's see what he could do this time by as they dive it down into turn 3.
Down here into turn 3, we see the O2 of Rob Collier continuing the tire tracks here of the 74 of Franklin. He's going to try and get back to the bottom, try and grab those rumbles, drive off of corner number 4. He's going to get a little bit of a run here off of 4, not close enough to make a dive bomb move down here into turn 1. Going to fall right in the tire tracks again, down here into turn 1. Franklin going to be defensive to the inside. Collier, big time move into turn 1. Going to try and make it happen to the inside, side by side off of 2.
Off of turn 2, still side by side, going to drag race it out as the 74 gets sideways off of turn 2. 0.1 of a second quicker Rob Collier was than the 74 last time by as they dive on down into turn 3. The O2 looking to the inside, the 74, he overshoots it. The O2 has the optimal line here. Is he going to get back to the inside? No, he's not. Off of turn 4, he's still going to be stuck behind the 74 down the front straightaway. They're going to cross the start-finish line here. Let's read out some times. Dustin Franklin was 0.08 of a second quicker than the O2 coming down into turn 1. Now the O2 still chasing the 74.
Yeah, Rob Collier not able to get the run he wanted this time off of 2. He's a little sideways there. He's going to hang on to it down the back straightaway. Maybe a car length and a half back from the 74 Franklin. Let's see if he does this high arcing turn again. Down here into turn 3. He's going to enter a little higher. Maybe try to get down to the bottom. Diamond effect. Try to get the drive off of turn 4. Looks like he's not going to be able to close any of this gap up down the front straightaway as Franklin is doing a great job right in front of him. Both using similar lines right now. Both matching lap times there, or trading lap times over the last couple laps. Looks like Rob Collier going to go back to the inside, try to get a good run here off of turn 2.
All right, coming off of turn 2 now, this gap between Collier and Franklin are starting to open up just a little bit here. Scott Bellum still trying to chase down Dalton Powell in front of him in the 51 as they come on down into turn 3. Scott Bellum running a fantastic race right now, trying to grab that top 5 for himself and his team, as his teammate had a little bit of bad luck here tonight. Nate DeFayette in the 9 truck not being able to stay up front like Scott Bellum was. But coming down into turn 1 now. He's still all over the rear bumper of the 51. Off at turn 2 now and down the back straightaway.
Yeah, it looks like they both got the power down there off at turn 2. Not a lot of sideways action there between Bellum and Powell. As now Bellum, he's going to maybe follow right at the tire track to 51. No, he's going to take it to the inside into turn 3. Scooter B looking for P5. And now Powell going to fight back on the outside. Here it is. Side-by-side action here off at turn 4. Powell not giving up on the outside. Bellum trying to make it happen on the inside. Still side-by-side. Classic drag race headed for turn 1.
Coming down into turn 1 now, side-by-side for the P5 position. Scott Bellum's going to dive it deep into here. They got Dallas Seward lurking in the background there. He is a couple laps down there, or he has actually 1 lap down, as we're still side-by-side for this position here. Seward trying to get around this battle here and not try to mess it up too bad as they come on down into turn 3. Scott Bellum not going to be able to get to the inside of Powell in the 51. Oh, real close there for Seward. He's going to look to the inside of Scott Bellum now off of turn 4 and down the front straightaway.
Yeah, what a move there by Dallas. Got so close to rear bumper the 1 of Bellum. Side by side here. Maybe Bellum losing a little bit of time here to Powell, as now Dallas Seward trying to get back in contention this race. Trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. He's driving up all the way to the P6 position on track. See if he can get all the way up to your leader and unlap himself here through this sequence, as he's all over the rear bumper of Powell now. Maybe the opportunity that Bellum needs if he can follow him through here, as Seward's going to go to the inside of Powell. Now here comes Bellum, closing that gap back down to Powell as Powell fights back again on the outside.
On the outside, he's still battling this lap car. Here comes Scott Bellum. He's losing a lot of time. The 51 is to Scott Bellum. Scott Bellum trying to get back up here to the rear bumper to make something happen. Dallas Seward on some fresher tires here. He's trying to get around the 51, trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way as the 38 continues to go around turns 1 and 2 to the inside of the 51. Oh, the 51 gets real close to the wall there off of turn 2, down the back straightaway and into turn 3. Does Dallas Seward make a move here? Let's see what happens here with the 38.
Yeah, we'll see. Dallas Seward still working this inside line. He's been so good on the bottom through 3 and 4 all night long. It looks like he's going to get another pretty good run here off of turn 4. Wasn't able to stay side by side with Powell, as we got all these guys right under a blanket. Stange isn't even that far up the road as well from these boys. A lot of action to happen here. A lot of positions to be made as Dallas Seward trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way here at Gateway. He's going to try and get the momentum off of 2. He's sideways. Dallas hanging on to it again. Turn 2, continuing to be an absolute menace here tonight.
All right, coming down into turn 3. Looks like Scott Bellum is going to clear Dallas Seward. No, maybe not. All right, we got a couple of pit stops happening. We got Daniel Maddox down pit road at the moment. And then number 68, he's going to go a lap down. Scott Bellum now coming down the front straightaway. He does get around Dallas Seward now, as he's lost a lot of time to Dalton Powell. Dalton Powell got into the wall there just a little bit down into turn 1. You can see the little bit of damage on his right side door there. That was a little interesting as he comes off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Here's your closest battle on track at the moment. Ethan Amberg, Thomas Ferrara. Ferrara's coming back here. What a great run for him so far. A great recovery. Oh, the 15's around. Dave Farella, outside wall contact. Huge outside wall contact. Here comes the 23 to the outside. Oh, that was close. Maybe the 15 have a little bit of mechanical damage here as they come down into turn 3. Looks like he's been able to keep it relatively straight here through 3 and 4. But, wow, that was almost a big caution there.
Yeah, that was a big-time tank slapper there off of 2 for the 15 of Farella. He's going to hang on to it and continue on. A little bit of damage to that right front, but he's not losing a whole lot of time here. Oh, and do you have an issue by Powell? Oh, he's headed up pit road. Okay, here we go. Pit sequences are beginning. The money stop of the day as we see the 51 of Pal gonna try and shortcut the guys in front of him. Maybe have an opportunity here to leap them through this pit sequence as he's gonna execute getting on pit road.
Whoa, real fast there. No lockup. That was a great job by the 51 driver, Dalton Powell. He's now coming down pit road. No real big other battles happening on track right now. We're going to watch Dalton Powell go through his pit sequence here. Let's see if he gets a good pit stop done here at Gateway. Gets into his pit box very nicely, very nicely. He does take a quick repair there. As you can see, the right side damage is fixed instantaneously. Rolling out the backup car for the 51 as the right sides go on. The left sides go up, off, and back on. And a pretty flawless pit stop there by Dalton Powell. Dave Farrella now down pit road as well with that huge right side damage on the 15. Possibly already taken his quick repair as you don't see him rolling out his backup truck. Let's go back out on track here. The 43 and the 12 battling it out off of turn 12. Sorry.
We're still battling here off down the back straight as we got Amberg to the inside of Ferrara. Down here into turn number 3. Can the 12 make the move? He's going to try and make it happen as we see some more pit sequences. Here comes your leader, Darren McCabe, down pit road, handing the lead over to Franklin and Collier and Stage in your top 3. Do we see anybody else follow him down pit road? Doesn't look like it, as we're going to see Franklin lead the field here on lap 97 off of turn 2. Oh, he's sideways! Oh, he saves it! Unbelievable!
All right, let's keep our eyes on that track map up on the top right. Here comes Dustin down to pit road. Rob Collier not taking that opportunity to come down pit road at the moment, as Scott Bellum is now in that P2 position. It looks like Chris Stange is pitting as well. Here he comes down pit road. Thomas Ferrara staying out, so Dustin Franklin, Chris Stange down pit road at the moment. Scott Bellum coming out in P2 now. Thomas Ferrara. P3, Sedarius Days, P4, Stephen Downton, P5. Ethan Amberg down pit road as well. As Rob's now coming down the back straightaway. Let's see if he makes the opportunity to come down pit road. I don't think he will, Jay. I think he's got a little bit of a different pit stop sequence here as we pull it up. He's only got 28 laps on this set of tires. So does Ferrara. Scott Bellum's going to have to pit here soon.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see how long Bellum goes. We know Rob likes to be one of the last guys to pit sometimes. Sometimes he likes to be the early guy to pit. Looks like he's going to go to the latter rather than the later here on this strategy. And we're going to see Bellum. He's on 46 laps since his last pit stop. Let's see when he makes the stop here. He's a little sideways. We see Franklin and Stage. Stage actually got ahead of Franklin there through that pit sequence. Look at that. Look at Stage. Relative P2 now on the racetrack, getting by 74 of Franklin as they dive down here into turn number 3 right here by Dallas Seward. This is going to be interesting to see how this all blends back out. It looks like Dallas, he's actually ahead of Stage as well. This is great action. Here goes Franklin out of the inside of Stage.
The 72 real loose through 3 and 4. He lost a lot of time as the 74 was able to put the power down. The 74 now taking over that position. Maybe a little bit of a crossover move here by Chris Stage. Not going to be able to make it happen. Down pit road now. Scott Bellum, Nate Catilla, Arabia Caton. As these guys continue to battle it out. Dustin Franklin now, he is just absolutely walking away from Chris Stange now as they get around Dallas Seward now through 3 and 4. Let's see here, Chris Stange gonna have to make an on-track pass here on the 38 to get around him. He's losing a lot of time to Dustin Franklin now to the inside. The 72 goes home. Maybe a little bit of a wiggle there as he does make the pass here off of turn 2. No, he doesn't. Oh, Seward's in the wall there off of turn 2 once again. To come down the back straightaway, 38's gonna lose a little bit of time. The 72 takes that position away. Now the 72's got to make a pass on the 3 truck of Sean Dion. He goes right around the outside. What a great move by him.
Yeah, that was a great move there by Chris Stange. I was looking at the lap times, or the gaps and intervals here. It looks like McCabe over Powell. Powell's leaped both Franklin and Stange in this sequence. And he is right now 9-10 seconds behind your race leader, McCabe. McCabe absolutely playing the strategy to perfection here tonight at Gateway, opening up a massive gap here. It's going to be interesting to see when Collier, Ferrara, Days, Downton, Thompson, all in front of him. When do they make their final pit stops? Can any of them make it to the end? This is some great action here. 24 laps to go as your relative race leader, Darren McCabe, continues to put some laps in here. at Gateway off of turn 2. Winding this race down. We got 23 laps to go.
Not last time by, but the time before that, Darren McCabe put down the fastest lap of the race, 33.92. Last time by was a 34.05. He's not too far off as he comes off of turn 4 now. We're going to see what he could do as now Sedaris Days comes down pit road. He's going to pit from the P5 position. Darren McCabe across the line. See what he do? A 34.10. This guy is unrelenting. He has an absolute beast of a truck here tonight. Boy, is he going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, I think he was pulling the wool over our eyes here tonight in that qualifying interview, Tom. He said he just wanted to survive. Not only did he survive so far, he has absolutely put on a masterclass. The best truck we've seen all day long. Been able to get to the front, making moves, dicing through the field when he loses track position. Oh, it could be falling apart. Oh, my goodness. Makes contact with Maddox. Oh, my goodness. Pants change on the number 66. Big moment there off of 4.
Wow.
I almost gave him the announcer's jinx there, Tom. I'm gonna quit talking about him here for a minute.
Yeah, let's go to Rob now. My jaw's on the absolute floor right now. That is insane. What we just saw right there. All right, Rob now getting overtaken by Chris Stain. She's gonna get his lap back the old-fashioned way here off of turn 2. Rob still out front here, 8.5 second lead over Thomas Ferrara, who's still through turns 1 and 2. Javon Thompson in that P3 position. Stephen Downton in that P4 right now through turns 1 and 2. Got Darren McCabe just 2.5 seconds behind him. McCabe putting down some absolute flyers still. As we go to your closest battle on track here, that is Scott Bellum and Dallas Seward off of turn 4. He's looking to the inside now, across the line and down into turn 1.
Yeah, we got the Dega boys, 20 to go, as now we see Bellum still battling with Dallas Seward. These guys have been battling all race long. It's going to be interesting. Can Rob Collier make it to the end of this race here, Tom? We saw Bellum go 48 laps on fuel that last run. Rob Collier was at 28. It's going to be close if he can or cannot do it. I think he might not be able to make it. Maybe hoping for one of those late race cautions after we got enough laps on these tires where everybody else is going to have to pit as well. Oh, Dallas eats the wall off of 4. Big time contact. He's going to continue on here, running a long strategy here. We haven't seen him down pit road in a while.
Whoa!
He's running here in the P11 position.
He's still making contact with the wall, getting loose going down into turn 1. Keeps it straight here. As we had a little bit of issues here with Nate Catilla down the front straightaway. Losing a lot of positions there. As the 50 continues to truck on here. Dalton Powell in, what is that, relative P2 at the moment. He's got only Stephen Downton in front of him. Darren McCabe as well. Once pit sequences are done, Dalton Powell is looking to be fresh in that P2 position. As he comes down the back straightaway, Dustin Franklin right behind him here. Last time by, Franklin was 0.4 of a second quicker. 0.4. That's how much tires mean here. Man, if tires meant something in real life like what it does here, Jay, boy, would we have some good racing.
Yeah, we got some good racing here tonight at Gateway on iRacing with the Nexus Motor City trucks. Imagine what we could have in IRL. Unfortunate, rest in peace to Goodyear, rest in peace to the Jesus Stone tires. But here tonight, we don't have that, as we still got a battle here for relative P2. Is now Franklin to the inside of Powell down the backstretch. Drag race. Maybe cat and mouse on the brakes into turn 3, as Powell is not going to be able to hold on to that outside position. Is now Franklin relative P2 here with 17 laps to go.
Darren McCabe now gets around Javon Thompson. He is just slowly and methodically working his way up to the front. He doesn't even need these guys to pit. It looks like he's going to be able to get around these guys. He's only 8 seconds behind Rob Collier at the moment. As, well, not 8 seconds. I'm sorry, 13 seconds behind Rob Collier. Thomas Ferrara is the next one up in front of him, 4 seconds ahead. And that is shrinking drastically. McCabe just about 1.5 seconds quicker per lap at the moment. As he comes across the line one more time here, 34.9 for himself. He lost a little bit of time there with a little bit of traffic. This time, he was still 1.5 seconds quicker than Thomas Ferrara. So we got a big old gaggle of cars right in front of your relative leader. Down the back straightaway and down into turn 3.
Yeah, that looks like a hornet's nest here for McCabe. This is going to be really narrow, nail-biting situation here for McCabe. He's got to get through this cleanly, cannot have any contact, make a mistake, or have anything that could affect his race here. We got 15 laps to go. The race of survival down to the bitter end here at Gateway. He's looking to the inside of Farella now. Look how close he closes into the 3 of Dion and Catilla. Can he thread the needle here? This is some big hair racing moments for McCabe, your relative race leader.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the passes he's made. He's so much faster on these tires that he has versus everybody else as he now goes down into turn 3 right behind Nate Catilla. He's going to use a little bit of a higher entry here to get a shallow exit. Try to get a little bit of a better run here off of turn 4 down the front straightaway. As you can now see him inching closer to the 50 truck. It might not be enough now coming down into turn 1. He's going to look to the inside. Here he goes. He dives it deep on the lap car of the 50 of Nate Catilla. Oh, contact! Contact made there between Darren McCabe and Nate Catilla, but he's going to make the pass here down the back straightaway as he now sets his sight on the next truck. I think that's the 30 of Arabia Caton.
Yeah, he's going to get right here to the bumper of Arabia. Caton is going to go to the outside here. 13 laps to go. He's 10.45 behind. If Collier doesn't pit, this could get interesting here, Tom. Can he get through the traffic? Can Collier make it to the end? Can he run him down without a pit stop? So much at play here. Lucky number 13 to go as he's diving it down here into turn 1. He's got Ferrara just up the road in front of him in the 43 truck. He's going to get a pretty good run here off of turn 2. A little sideways. You see the wheel work. He is digging here late in this race. Still trying to close back up to Rob Collier and Ferrara. This is for P2 on track right here. To the outside. Battle for P2. Darren McCabe ripping the outside. Gonna make it happen. Hey, take over that P2 position.
9.6 seconds behind Collier now as they come across the line. Last time by, Collier made a 35.96 and McCabe a 35.15. So look, it could happen. It's going to be extremely close for that 66. He's got to be just a little bit quicker if he wants a little bit more time to mess around with Rob there at the end of the race to try to get around him there. But man, the 66 got to drive in front of him. Rob's got to drive in front of him too. Maybe on that little bit of fuel save. Let's go on board with the O2 and see if he is fuel saving. He comes off of turn 2 now. Just trying to keep the truck straight at the moment. He is shifting through 1 and 2. So that's maybe using a little bit more fuel there. He's downshifting here in 3 and 4 as well. Not necessarily going that fast, probably half throttle through the corners, but on the exit of the corners, he is going full throttle. So, look, he's still putting down some absolutely awesome lap times in this O2 to be doing that, as he just pulled a 35.84. Darren McCabe now coming across the line. Let's see what he pulls, as last time by, he pulled a 34.96. 9/10 of a second quicker for Darren McCabe last time by.
Yeah, that's all he needs if he's going to catch Rob. It's 7.7 seconds now, 10 laps to go. If he continues to run the lap times he's running, he should be able to catch Collier with about 2 laps to go. This is a fantastic job by Darren McCabe. Got everything in front of him. Can Rob make it to the end? Can Darren McCabe run him down? So many storylines here with 9 laps to go here at Gateway as Rob Collier continues to lead this race. Maybe a little bit of fuel strategy, a little bit of the long game here by Rob Collier doing what it takes to win here at Gateway. Off of turn 2. He is a little slideways as we're going to see Darren McCabe on the exit of turn 2 here in this shot here in a minute as we see him dive down into turn 3. There it is. 1 straightaway separates 1 and 2 now with 9 laps to go. It's down to 7 seconds. Can Darren McCabe make it happen?
Down into turn 3 now for the 66. 8/10 of a second quicker last time by. Rob Collier about to cross the start-finish line here. He's going to put a lap time in. Let's see what he does. A 35.80. He's starting to pick it up a little bit here, Jay. As Darren McCabe now comes across the line, he pulls a 35.18, 7/10 of a, or really 6/10 of a second quicker now. As McCabe starting to fall off just a little bit, real sideways there off of turn 2. Oh boy, it's gonna get close.
Yeah, this is a nail biter all the way down to the absolute bitter end here at Gateway. is he is going to dive down here into turn 3, going to try and run his line that he's been so good at all night. High entry, get right down against the Rumbles, get the drive off at turn 4. He's going to close that gap down even more. He's closed it down almost down to 6 seconds here, as he's got 1 lap car between him and Collier. 7 laps to go. He's got to gain a second a lap, Tom. I don't know if he can do it. He's got it down under 6 seconds now. Can he run him down? Can he make it happen? Still sideways off a 2. Hanging on to it. There is Darren McCabe.
Last time by, Rob went faster with the 35.78. Darren went slower with the 35.37. 4/10 of a second is what he made up there on that last time by, as he now comes off at turn 4. Rob Collier coming across the line there. He pulls a 35.8, a 35 what for Darren McCabe? Let's see, a 35.25. That is half a second, just a little over a half a second quicker here, or 6/10. Well, no, it's half second there. I'm sorry, numbers again messing me up. Jay, he might be facing a really, really high uphill battle here now with Darren trying to catch back up to Rob.
Yeah, this is going to be difficult. We're coming to get 5 laps to go for your race leader, Rob Collier. It's down to 5 seconds now. So he's got to gain a second a lap for the rest of this race with a little bit of traffic in front of him. He's got to help that Darius Days works with him here. He's begging. He's pleading. Please let me by. This is my race. Let me go. As he's going to close right up to the back of Darius Days. Can he make this move off a 2? Darius Days going to give him the outside line. This is what Darren McCabe wants. Racing with the second place there. Oh, look at the sportsmanship there by Darius Days. He's going to allow McCabe to go by. You'll love to see it. It's down to 4.5 seconds now. He is on pace to close this gap. Can he make it happen?
Coming off at turn 4 now. Last time by, Darren, another 6/10. Rob went slower, 35.90. Let's see what Darren can do here, 35.27. It's not enough, Jay. He's going to have a little bit more here towards the closing parts of this race in order to catch up to Rob, as Rob now is seeing the 66 in his rearview mirror as he comes down into turn 3. 4 laps to go, 3.9 seconds splitting these two drivers, as now Rob comes off at turn 4. Does he go quicker? Does he go slower? As he comes down the front straightaway, he's going to look to cross the start-finish line for 3 laps to go here at Gateway, excuse me. A 36.07 for Rob. Darren McCabe, 35.22. It's coming down to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, he's got it down to 3.2 seconds. He's going to get a pretty good run here off of turn 2. He is slideways. Oh my goodness. He's going to get it down to 3 seconds now. Does he have enough time? He has just got to absolutely put down 3 of the most flyer laps he's ever put in his life down. If he's going to close this gap to Rob. 3-second gap through 3 and 4. I don't know if there's going to be enough in it. 2 laps to go here at Gateway. Rob continues to lead.
He's going to catch him in turn 3 on the final lap, Jay. That's what it is. The 36.12 for Rob Collier, a 35.36 for Darren McCabe as he comes through turns 1 and 2. This is unbelievable. It has all come down to this. Oh, he gets sideways off of turn 2. That is not what he needed. Coming down the back straightaway and down into turn 3. Rob getting into a little bit of lap traffic here with Steven Dowden on the outside of him. That's going to prove to be detrimental for the 66 as they come off at turn 4. If he wants to make a pass on Rob, here it is as he looks at the white flag.
The white flag is in the air. What an absolute strategy call here by Showtime. Rob Collier through turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Does he have enough fuel? It's down under 2 seconds now. Off of turn 2. No mistakes there by Rob. No mistakes by Darren. 1.8 seconds to go. No lap traffic splits these two. Can Rob bring it back home through 3 and 4 for the final time? It's closing. I don't know. It's a second and a half. It might as well be 1.5 years. Showtime off of turn 4. He will take the Nexus 125 here at Gateway. Unbelievable finish.
Holy cow. Wow. Thomas Ferrara now coming off at turn 4. He's going to cross the start-finish line for P3. What a race for him. Wow.
And Javon on fresh tires drove all the way back up to P4. No, he was running P4, excuse me. No, he was P4. He was on the same strategy as Robin Thomas.
Of Dustin Franklin coming home P5, Dalton Powell P6, Scott Bellin for P7. Wow. What happened there? Well, Chris Dange, P8, Ethan Amberg, P9, and Sedaris Days rounding out your top 10 here tonight at Gateway. Wow, what a race! What a strategy that Rob Collier employed here tonight to get the checkered flag. Unbelievable what we saw.
I think that's the only thing he could have done to beat the 66 of McCabe. I mean, McCabe was head over heels the best car all night long. He proved it, led so many laps. Even when he got the lead, he'd open up the gap. I think you had to do something a little different if you're going to beat him here tonight, and that's exactly what Rob Collier did. Unbelievable. He was a lap down, just around the halfway point. Unbelievable comeback by Rob.
Wow. All right, let's go ahead and start to bring up some of these drivers now. Let's go ahead and bring up the 43 of Thomas Ferrara. Thomas, this is... Ooh, wait a minute here. Hold on. Thomas, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Wow, what an... I'm phenomenal. First and foremost, what an absolute banger of a race there that we just watched. I mean, the strategies were out of this world. The tires were amazing. The driving that you guys displayed tonight was just incredible. You come home with a lot of bit of strategy there in a P3 position. Holy cow, how does that feel?
That feels good. You know, the truck was struggling a little bit. Got a little damage earlier. Came in for the fast repair and made a slight adjustment, make it a little looser, and she took off. You know, not super fast, but enough, and the strategy just worked out perfect. I definitely did not want to see a caution as much as Darren did, but I'll take it. And, you know, the Couch Racer Chevy really hooked up. It was good. Darren and I mess around with our setups. We share our input, and he's super fast and teaches me a lot, so I can't appreciate it to him. He's a good dude.
Absolutely. Now, look, you started this race in P3. You had an awesome qualifying run. What was your strategy going into this race? And was this even in the cards going into the race?
Nah, qualifying was a surprise. Big surprise, 33.9. Jeez. But I just wanted to finish clean, you know, on the lead lap. And as the race goes on and goes persistent, you know, you can definitely make up your ground on other people's mistakes. And I think that's what we did tonight.
Absolutely. Well, a phenomenal performance by yourself out here in the number 43. You had a lot of adversity that you had to come through, even, you know, in the middle of the race with all of the on-track excursions that you had. You rebound for a P3. Congratulations. I'm going to hand you off to Jay here. Jay, what do you got for Thomas as we round out this interview?
Yes, Thomas, what a fantastic race he ran here tonight. The strategy at the end was beautiful. Curious, though, how much fuel did you have to the good there at the end? Because it sounded like you guys were out there for quite a while. I can't remember your last pit number.
I was three to good, so we were all right. I got into Bill Daniels came up into me and hit the left front and kind of messed up the handling a little bit. Nothing malicious. It was just his poor handling, and that hurt the handling a little bit. I think I would have been a little better off. I don't think I would have won, but you know, I would have probably finished third either way. It just would have felt better. The truck was just so ill towards the end, but I was surprised that it handled as well as it did with the damage and for as long as it did with the guys on good tires. So I appreciate the guys who were allowed to get out of the way, because you know, they had better stuff late in the run and they knew what we were doing, so I appreciate it to them.
Alrighty, well that answers that question. My final one for you here tonight, Thomas, is who do you have to thank for this amazing run that you had here tonight at Gateway?
Always Couch Racer. My cousin is Freddie Kraft, so he gave us the rights to use the Couch Racer. It's pretty cool for him to do that. He's a very good spotter in the NASCAR Cup Series, obviously, for Bubba. And Darren is he's a real good setup guy. We get the setups and then we work them, we tweak them, and we work off each other. We just really bounce off each other really well. And Matt Yost is always another guy who gives us some input and helps us out. I can tell them what my truck's doing, and they can help me out, which is fantastic. When you have guys like that, the sky's the limit. So I already have a win in the league, which is cool. Of course, it wasn't broadcasted by you guys, but you guys do a fantastic job. So I appreciate you guys as well.
Well, big old shout out here to old Matty Yost. Matty Yost is a dang good guy. Hey, look, maybe we have to talk a little bit about this Freddy Kraft guy. We but awesome. That's cool backstory you got there. Didn't know your cousin was Freddy Kraft. That's pretty cool. The whole Couch Racer deal, pretty awesome there that you got going on. And also, an awesome team that you got going on here on iRacing. You guys are definitely flexing your muscles here tonight. Thank you so much for the kind words. Truly appreciate it. We come out here and we enjoy everything that you guys put on display. It is an absolute honor to come out here and broadcast for you guys. Thomas,
I appreciate you guys.
Yes, thank you so much. Congratulations on your P3 run tonight. Thank you so much for the kind words. And Thomas, we sincerely hope to see you in the next one.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Thanks, guys. Good night.
Later. All right, that was your P3 finisher for tonight. Let's go ahead and bring down your P2 runner. That is Darren McCabe. Yeah, Matt, you're a great guy. Jeez. Who do you think I am? I'm just kidding. All right. Let's see here. Come on. It's not working. There we go. Darren, it's Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, Darren, you had an absolute missile tonight. Something that you would put Kim Jong-un to shame with. My lord, that 66 was on absolute rails. The strategy, though, let's talk about it. The O2 stayed out on a very weird alternate strategy, even going a lap down to complete that strategy. It kind of paid off for him, but Darren, you came so close there at the end of the race. 1.48 seconds is what split you and Rob. What did you need to get to the rear bumper of that O2?
Honestly, probably 1 or 2 more laps. I'm heartbroken, but man, Rob is smart.
Yeah, he went a lap down to complete this strategy and caught some brakes there as well to get himself back on the lead lap. But, I mean, that was an absolute thriller. We saw you drive through the field multiple times to get yourself back up to the front, lead this race multiple times, and then it came down to the final laps where we saw you just absolutely pushing the limit, making new limits, making new standards, and trying to get back up to the O2. That was incredible to watch. Just talk to us a little bit about your race, about what happened. What did you have planned? What went awry?
Honestly, like we talked about earlier, I haven't finished a single race up to this point in this league, so my only goal was to not wreck. I had no idea I was going to be as fast as I was, so shout out to Outlier Setups for that one, because I had no idea what to expect. And as you know, Chris and a couple of the other guys, they fired off a little quicker than I did, but once, you know, we got some tire wear and I was able to take off, get into my own area code there. But in retrospect, I probably should have pit about 5 laps sooner, but I was banking on a caution and it never came. So like I said, I got to give a shout out to Rob. He played that strategy smart. It was extremely risky, but definitely paid off. But I just needed like 2 more laps.
Yes, absolutely. Very risky. Look, though, I mean, let's look to the positive here. You came in here before the race. You said, my God, I just want to finish a race. And you did. And not only did you finish a race, you finished P2. That's got to be an awesome feeling.
Yeah, hey, they knew we were there, and I got to give a shout out to my teammate Tom, too. He overcame some early race troubles there to, I believe, get himself a top 3. So, oh no, it's a good showing for us. So I'm happy about that. They knew I was here tonight, which better than finishing 30 plus laps down like I did the past 2 weeks. So I'll take it. Build up some momentum, maybe go chase some more. I'm not so great in the truck, so these tracks where you gotta have off throttle time kind of play into my favor. I'm not so great with these things on the 1.5 miles and bigger.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that you, Darren, are going to find victory lane before the end of the season. If you keep up this speed, my lord, we might see your next Nexus Motor City Truck Champion. Congratulations on your P2 run tonight. I'm going to hand you off to Jay here. Jay, what do you got for Darren to round out this interview?
Yes, Darren, fantastic race. I mean, you put it on pole. You were by far the dominant truck here tonight. One spot short, but your time is coming. I mean, not only did you survive this race, you absolutely put on a show for everybody watching. We really appreciate that. I asked you this after qualifying, but I'm going to ask you one more time. Shout out your people. Who do you have to thank for this amazing performance?
Yeah, I got to thank everyone on Turn 2 Performance. I got a good group of guys that we get on here, race together, help each other out, have each other's back. So big shout out to them because none of this would be possible without everything we've done together. Reaper Apparel Co., Couch Racer, shout out to Freddie and Brett. For Reaper and Couch Racer, use code TURN2 at checkout. Get yourself a bit of a discount. Got Casella Waste, Turn 2 Media and Design. I believe that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys for putting on the broadcast and everyone that put this league together.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the kind words. We truly appreciate it. Thank you, Darren, for taking time out of your day to come out here, give us some great on-track content. We truly appreciate it, and we truly appreciate the kind words. Darren McCabe, your P2 finisher here tonight at the Gateway 125. Congratulations. And Darren, we hope to see you in the next one.
No doubt. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
You too, buddy. All right, now let's go to the winner tonight. That is Rob Collier as he comes down into the broadcast booth.
Babe.
Rob, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you guys.
Wow, what a phenomenal race. What a phenomenal strategy you had to get that O2 car up to the front. Holy cow, we saw the 66 just absolutely hard charging there at the end to try to get back up to your rear bumper. Was not able to do it, but I've got an aching question here. Rob, were you fuel saving at all during that run?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, that.
How
that
much
last
fuel did you have
caution,
left?
I had a gallon and a half left.
Well, that's kind of cutting it close. That's pretty good, though. That's incredible.
No, that last caution fell perfectly. So when I pitted and a couple of us did it and I didn't see anyone else do it, it's like, okay, we're gonna do this now.
Well, your strategy, I feel like, was kind of risky tonight. We saw you pit on green flag run. A caution immediately flies. You go one lap down there for just a second. You get the wave around back onto the lead lap. You restart P20. But it was pretty much all history from there. I mean, you had that. I don't even know how to explain it. Did you plan that? Was it luck?
I did not want that caution.
Yeah.
With it, Phil. But no, that's when I was planning on coming in.
Wow.
Looking at the pace and everything, it's why I was glad they stayed out as long as they did in that last run. Because I was just sitting there, it's like, I'm just gonna ride behind a 74, running a good pace, just save my stuff, and the longer they just stayed out, and it's like, this is just icing on the cake.
Yes. Yes, absolutely it was. I mean, unbelievable performance. I mean, you were still extremely quick. You were top 3 truck out there tonight in terms of speed, but with that strategy there, you just absolutely blew it out of the water and come home with the race win. A little bit of an upset. I really thought Darren would have something there to win the race, but I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable what you were able to do on track tonight. Congratulations on your win. I'm going to hand you off to Jay here. Jay, what do you got for Rob to round out this interview?
Yes, I mean, Rob, what a masterclass on strategy here tonight. Unbelievable. That was so fun to watch. It was a nail-biter all the way down to the end, watching Darren really close that gap. But, I mean, unbelievable. I'm lost of words on what we just saw here tonight at Gateway. That was just absolutely insane. What a thrill all the way to the bitter end. Rob, who do you have to thank for this amazing performance and putting on one well of a show here tonight on a Wednesday?
Thank SK for putting up with all of us dumbasses to keep this league going, and of course, thanks to you guys for broadcasting this and putting a nice fun spin on it.
I love it. Oh, man. Thanks so much for the kind words, Rob. We truly appreciate it. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to come out here, give us some great on-track content. Congratulations on your win here tonight at Gateway. And Rob, I think we will, but I'm going to say it anyways. We sincerely hope to see you in the next one.
Alrighty, guys. See you then.
See ya. All right, Jay. What an absolute... I mean, that was a freaking banger, man. That was just beautiful racing there. You can't get any better than that. You really can't. We saw strategy. We saw tires mean something. We saw great on-track racing. We got that turn 2 wall being everybody's friend there tonight. But in the end, Rob Collier comes out with a freaking perfect strategy and wins the race.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this race and kind of do some investigation or a little bit of detailed background work here. But, I mean, what a finish that we had. I mean, I don't know how we got there, but we got there, and that was wild. I mean, I didn't think Rob had enough fuel to make it to the end. I was looking, I think I mentioned it sometime with about 20 laps to go, Tom. I was like, I don't know, Rob, had about 28 laps. We saw some of these other guys go about 50 laps to the end. I was like, I think Rob might be able to actually make this. This is going to be interesting. I didn't think that. I was maybe being a little optimistic, trying to keep the intensity up here in the broadcast, but wow, that was unneeded. I mean, it was just intense anyway. I mean, it was a nail biter, a hair raiser. I mean, all the way down to the bitter end. Watching Darren have the dominant truck here tonight, he really had a masterclass drive. The way he was executing through turns 3 and 4 all night was just bar none over everybody else around him. It was so fun to watch him put together some of the moves that he was making through 3 and 4. Had the pace, led a lot of laps, and I think he nailed it in his interview. I think I pitted a few laps just too late. I think Rob said the same thing. They pitted a few laps too late, and that was the determining factor to make that strategy for Rob work. I think if Darren would have pitted 1 lap sooner, the outcome of tonight would have been much different. So what a great race, start to finish. We had a lot of struggles there off of turn 2, made it interesting. Like Tom said, tires meant something tonight. We saw that, a little bit of strategy thrown in at the end of this, and what an absolute banger of a race here at Gateway.
Absolutely. Well, I hope that everybody out here who watched the race tonight enjoyed that race. I did. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a great race to call. Another banger here at the Nexus Sim Racing Group. What a great league to be a part of. All right, let's wind this broadcast down. First and foremost, again, I want to thank everybody who came out here and watched this broadcast. We truly appreciate you guys. Everybody who liked, commented, and subscribed. A huge shout out to Dallas Seward on gifting a subscription. Caden, welcome to the boys once again. We'd love to have you around. Matt Yost in the track, great broadcast, great race. Thank you, Matt. We miss you. And it's great to see you in the chat, buddy. Great to see you. So, yeah, look, if you also want to be a part of this, Caden, who won? Rob Collier did. Rob Collier won this absolute banger of a race. If you want to become part of the boys like Caden just did, go ahead, go to our channel, hit the join button, pick a tier that works best for you. You get some great benefits with that. You can come on here, call a race with Jay and I. You can come onto the podcast and talk some racing with Jay and I if that's your thing. Whatever you guys might like, come on out, hang out with Jay and I. Get some sweet benefits with that. So if you want to be a part of that, we truly appreciate it. If you guys also want to find a way to help us out, you guys can go to our store and go choose some sweet Dega Boys merch. You know, kind of like this Big Daddy NASCAR hat right here. You get yourself some Andy Jesus shirts, or, you know, even a little bit of Joey Logano milk carton, if you like it. That's what you like. All the proceeds that go to both of those avenues goes right back into the channel to create more and better content for you guys. So thank you to everybody who is a channel member. We truly appreciate it. And thank you to everybody who has bought some merch from us. We truly appreciate it. Hopefully we're getting better here. I think we are. Like Jay said before the broadcast here, he went back and watched the last year's Nexus 499, as we will talk about here in a second. And Jay said, wow, what a What a change it has been since then. So let's talk about it. Nexus 499. Jay, it's coming up, baby. It's coming up here in June. What's the date there?
That's June 22nd, Saturday. Mark your guys' calendars.
Yes.
The marquee event on iRacing is back once again. The third time's the charm, baby, for the 499. 1987 Cup cars around Talladega, 499 miles, 188 laps. The best iRacers in the business. An absolute thrill ride from start to finish. Last year, holy cow, what a race we saw last year. We saw a guy that won the race, Mike Garaguzzo, was 2 laps down at one point. It's a race of survival. It's a race of distance, a race of mastery, setups. It's just absolutely thrilling. It's amazing.
So we'll have a full production of that race once again this year. All right, we saw some great on-track content. Mike Garaguzzo was your winner last year. Let's see if he can come back and claim it once again. A back-to-back for himself. And,
yeah. Then you'll get to keep the trophy for another year.
Hey, that's a cool thing to bring up, though. That trophy that Mike Garaguzzo got, it is not forever his. It's going to come back to us, and then whoever wins the 499 will be shipped back out to him. That is a traveling trophy. So you'll have some past champions who have handled that trophy as well and put it on display. So come on out, come claim that trophy. Take it away from Mike Garaguzzo if you ever so try. But last year, man, Mike was strong, boy. I don't know if
that was fun. There was a lot of strong race car
Yes.
drivers last year. Rob Collier, the guy that won tonight, he
Yeah.
had a great chance at winning that race. Kyle Hendricks. David Brown won it the inaugural year. His name's on the trophy. Maybe he can go reclaim the trophy, be a multi-time winner. What's fun about the 499 though, Tom, is we get in here about an hour early. We do our whole pre-race show. I talked to Jared and Donovan a little bit. They're interested to come back and be a pit road reporters and join
Nice.
us on a long day of broadcasting. And it's just a great time. It's the build up to the race. It's a long event. We might have to work it out. We might do another prelude to the 499 again, which is like about an hour, happy hour practice the week before the 499. So you can meet a lot of drivers, do some interviews. Then we're going to do a pre-race show, talk to a lot of different drivers in the field. Your past winner, Mike Garaguzzo, maybe he'll show off the trophy a little bit in his rig setup for us. And yeah, it'll be a great time. We'll talk to Pole Sitter. I know we'll have a bunch of other stuff to announce when we get closer, but it is a big time event, pageantry, fun. If you like the big time events like we saw on Saturday at the Indy 500, this is iRacing's version of it. We're gonna put it on display for you guys right here on the Dega Boys Broadcasting Network.
Absolutely, lots of fun to be had. Lots of talking points. Lots of production to lead up to the race. So make sure you guys stick around for that. If you guys are interested, all right, we've got our links all in the Discord. If you guys want to join that, you guys can. Easy and quick to sign up, no issue. So, yeah, it's going to be lots of fun. Jay, why don't we talk a little bit about the podcast side now? Why don't we talk a little bit about the poll we got going up for our watch party and everything else in between?
Yeah, I actually got to pull that poll back up. I already forget which races I put on there. So, we have 5 races to choose from. We try to pick every month 5 races that intrigue us, that meet our schedule, that we can do, that we would like to watch with you guys and have a watch party. We did 3 of them on Sunday, and we're going to get back to doing our normal 1 a month here for the rest of the year. But we got options: IndyCar at Road America. We got NASCAR Cup Series at Sonoma. We got the 24-hour Le Mans for the World Endurance Championship. We got the Spanish Grand Prix for F1, as well as the 6 hours at the Glen for IMSA later this month as well. So pick a race that you guys want to come watch with us and hang out with us and do another fun watch party. It looks like the IMSA race at Watkins Glen's actually lead the poll right now at 35%. So we might be doing the full 6 hours at the Glen. Unless you guys want to watch another race, go vote for it now. That poll's alive, and it will be live all the way up until Tuesday, which Tuesday is our podcast day. And that's when we're going to close the poll, announce the winner of that watch party for the month. And we're going to talk about a bunch of racing. Holy cow, we went for almost 2 hours yesterday, Tom, talking about racing. From everything that happened in Monaco to Indy to Charlotte. It was a great podcast. Had a lot of great talking points. We went in depth with a lot of picks for the races this weekend. And we also did a really fun segment that we're going to have to bring back again maybe in 6 months and see how it aged. but it is a fun segment. We went about 20 minutes on that segment. I'll post that as a full-length video on the channel here in the next couple days, so you guys can see it in its entirety. The little intro scene, everything I made for it. It was a pretty fun segment. Got to roast a lot of things that we dislike or grinded our gears in the motorsports world this year, because there's been quite a bit. But yeah, we'll have some more fun, interesting segments, especially on the podcast here in the next few weeks. A lot of things we're trying to do to make the podcast maybe more enjoyable for you guys. Maybe make it where you guys want to tune in more. Me and Tom, we love jumping on Tuesday and talking racing. So we got a lot more cool ideas we want to incorporate to the podcast. So keep in touch, or keep your notifications on, and stay notified for any time that we go live on Tuesday for those podcasts at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Absolutely, a lot of fun stuff coming up here on the Dega Boys channel, so make sure you guys stay tuned. We truly, truly appreciate everybody who showed up here tonight. Matt Yost, Caden Gargiulo, Dallas Seward. We've got Tanja. Tanja was back in the chat as well. Really appreciate you guys showing up. Brian Underwood, and James Copenhagen. Nice seeing you guys, for sure. All right, this has been. Oh wait. We've got socials. Make sure to check out our X profile. We're on there with Dega Boys. Go check out Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, even our Discord channel, like what we were talking about with the links for the $4.99. That is a one-stop shop for all motor racing news in the world. Lots of cool stuff there. Make sure you keep yourself updated with all the comings and goings of what's going on in the motorsports world with our Discord channel. I'm forgetting something.
Broadcast for the rest of the week.
Okay, so
Yes.
okay. All right, tomorrow we're going to be doing something fun.
Yeah.
Really fun. It's going to be really fun.
Tune in.
Yeah, you got to tune in tomorrow.
Plan on it 8 p.m. Eastern time. Get your YouTubes out and sign in and watch some Dega Boys.
Yes.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes.
Can't miss.
You can't miss it. Don't miss it. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. I am. All right, and then Saturday, we're with PSCRL at Richmond. All right, Sunday, we're going back sports car racing. We're at Le Mans. That's going to be a great race there. And then Monday, we're with the Indy cars. I can't remember.
Indianapolis.
Thank you.
Indianapolis Oval, yeah.
It's the Indianapolis Oval. That's going to be a great, fantastic race as well. Really excited for that. So make sure you guys stay tuned. If you guys want more racing like what you saw tonight, my goodness, tune in for the next couple of days. It's going to be great. All right. I think that's pretty much it. Look, we've got a lot of new channel members. I've got the page up here. I'll let you guys read the list. We truly appreciate everybody, though, who came out and to be a member here on the channel. Big shout out to Dallas for all of his helping as well. Great guy helping us out here on the Dega Boys channel. Look, this has been another awesome, great broadcast here on the Dega Boys Broadcasting Network. We truly appreciate everybody showing up. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And this has been another great race here on the Dega Boys channel. This has been Thomas and Jay in the booth. And we'll see y'all in the next one.
The best iRacers in the business.
It's the way to do it. We're in the 87 cars here at Talladega. As you see the 15 car grabbing the wall.
Wow.
He did it. He made it through that.
Wow.
Oh, we got contact. Oh, my goodness. On this upside down. Garrett Gusso is upside down. They're not being able to stop the 7-car, losing it. He's into the grass on the tri-oval. He's going to get a penalty for that. He has no help, and I mean, this guy's got a rocket ship. Move aside, Kim Jong-un, the 46 crew can build a better rocket than you. Your Nexus 499 champion is Garrett Gusso. Garrett Gusso, winner of the 499.